Good morning. It's the Big Man Morning Show. 918-460-KMOD. You can also text BMMS and then what you want to say to 82945. Online, the website that rocks, KMOD.com. Past shows are available on iTunes. Search under BMMS. Listen with your cell phone. Get the iHeartRadio app. Available from the App Store of your cell phone provider. More on that at iHeartRadio.com. And we're on Facebook. Facebook.com/BMMS69. That's where you can hang out with us each and every day. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, Corbin.
Good morning, Gimpy.
Well, good morning, Corbin.
We got single day tickets to Rocklahoma. That's going to be happening Labor Day weekend over in Pryor. Full lineup and link for tickets is at KMOD.com. We're going to see what Lindsay wants to talk about.
Hello.
We got our top 5 songs. Top 5 songs from bands with dual lead vocals. From listener, why have one when you can have two? And we're qualifying people for Harley Days of May. An important day in qualifying.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Warder of West Tulsa got qualified. And is now in the running to win a 100th anniversary Harley Davidson Dyna Wide Glide from Steel Horse Motorcycles, which is inside Oklahoma Outdoor World off Route 66 in Sapulpa. Here's why today is an important day. It's the last day to get qualified because it's May 31st, and it's called Harley Days of May.
Harley Days of May and part of June.
So qualify every hour today. Normally we do it on Thursdays, but today, because it's the last day, you get to qualify every hour. So make sure you're listening to get in the running for that 100th anniversary Harley Davidson Dyna Wide Glide from Steel Horse Motorcycles and 97.5 KMOD. I don't know if you've seen the news, but there's this couple, they were making a cross-country trip from Tennessee to California. And at one point, they have an interaction with police. A trucker is driving down the road. He sees this woman getting assaulted. According to him, the guy had her on the ground and was full-fledged pulling his arm back and punching her.
Wow.
So the trucker pulls over, intervenes, calls the police. Police show up. They have a conversation with everybody, and that's the last they're seen.
Uh-oh.
Feels very Gabby Petito.
Yes, it does.
Mm-hmm.
And in the police footage of their interaction with him, she alludes they've been together like 15 years, boyfriend, girlfriend for that long, that this is nothing new. And he has a look of defeat on him. She states that she's done.
Mm-hmm.
She's fed up with it, blah, 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 blah. And then
Both of them.
They can't find him.
Both of them are gone, vanished.
Yeah, they can't find him.
Mm-hmm.
And an interesting part of the video for me watching the body cam is the officer asks, is he on anything?
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, no, I don't know. No. And I'm like, huh. You don't know? Or like, he might be.
Right.
Because those are different answers.
Right.
Right? Hey, is your wife on anything? Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
With certainty.
Mm-hmm.
It would be a massive surprise to me if she was, right?
Yeah.
I feel like when your response is, I don't know, there's some history there.
Right.
Yeah, it's been known to happen before. And how would you not know if you're on a cross-country trip with this person? You know?
Addicts will hide anything, but...
Right. Yeah, I can go to the bathroom, do whatever. But I feel like they've been together 15 years, you say?
Yeah.
15 years? Oh, you would know. You would know if they were on something and what they were on, especially if there was a past.
So that was 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And...
Also, if you're saying, I don't know, that's either, I don't know because I don't want to say yes because I don't want to be in trouble with the man.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's, I don't know. Why don't you check him for yourself?
I hear you. The complexity of domestic violence and what is said and not said is not an easy thing to decipher.
Mm-hmm.
because one may argue that the police are already there. If he's going to hurt her because of whatever, the police are already involved. Right. And she's like, take him. I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
So she's fed up. So to me, her demeanor isn't like she's not cowarding down.
Right.
So to me, she wouldn't be holding back to punish. Maybe if she's participating,
Mm-hmm.
she would say, I don't know.
Right. Because she doesn't want to get caught up herself.
Yeah.
Possibly.
So they went on this trip from Tennessee to California in their Jeep with the dog, and they had no signs of him. On May 4th, that's when the sheriff's department showed an intervention where a witness said they saw the man punch her in the face. She had a black eye. Neither one decided to press charges, so they left the police station. A family friend drove to New Mexico to meet up with her, hoping to bring her back to California. But on the day they were supposed to leave, she said she had to go and find her boyfriend. On May 9th, the sister received a text from the missing woman saying that she was in Arizona and planned to continue driving to California. A license plate reader picked up the Jeep in Flagstaff, Arizona, but police said her phone appeared to be out of service. He had an unrelated arrest warrant out of Tennessee tied to a theft charge, and they had not been seen since. So I don't know where they are, but they're spotting them in different ways,
Right.
or their existence.
So there's a chance that they're still alive. Maybe small, but there's a chance.
Yeah. There's absolutely a chance. But to me, the connection or the line, and why, if she had a black eye, why did he even get a vote, or she get a vote about pressing charges?
Right.
Have we learned nothing from the Gabby Petito?
Well, I don't think you have to cite that one. She isn't the first woman to ever get killed from a partner.
Right.
True.
Right? She's not the first woman to ever get killed after a police interaction in a domestic violence situation. It's countless.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand why the hiccup. Do not pass go. You are sitting in jail until you see a judge.
Right.
A guy threw a steak.
Yeah.
2, and he went to jail.
Yeah.
To me, the X factor where especially on where you're out of town, like you're not in your hometown, to me creates another level of complication, obviously, but I'm talking more of concern should be more concern from the police.
Right, because they're not from that area. Hey, you guys should probably come with us. Let's just sit and talk and get some of this, figured out, because you're not from around here and we don't want anything to come happen.
Right.
Makes sense.
And also, if you are in your hometown and you have a partner who's violent, and there are people that are aware of your existence,
right,
and know you should be at work, or you go to church, or you talk to on a cross-country road trip, there could be days of no communication, or days of people don't know you. Hey, I usually see so-and-so get the mail. I haven't seen him get the mail in weeks.
Right.
And he's a POS, and the police are over there a lot.
Yeah, and it's if hometown speaking, if the guy has a problem, been locked up a lot for domestic, they get that call, and it's like, all right, well, you're at it again, Tom. Whatever, come with us, save a life. Not so hometown. They don't know. That's just another group of people.
And maybe the police, they probably did all they could within the confines of the law. Right? Letting him go, but keeping them separate. Like, hey, I can put you on the west side of town and drop her off on the east side of town, but if y'all meet back up, I can't control that.
Right. They did their part.
I can only think. I know
New
Mexico is the Wild West, but it's not the Wild West. There's the West, and it was like, oh, Wild West, but it's not the West.
Right.
Yeah. What's that, Lindsay?
Or he could have been arrested.
But wouldn't they have that? Wouldn't they have that on record somewhere? Like, because right now they're both missing, and if he had been arrested,
They were both. He was released.
He was released. But if he got picked up again, I thought that's what she was talking about. If he got picked
Is that
up
what you're
again.
saying, Lindsay? If he got picked up again?
Right.
Yeah, if he got picked up again, then they would know where he's at. He would be in a database somewhere.
You'd like to think.
True.
Right? Remember
Mhm.
part with the whole like COVID thing, and part of the problem was the communication because they had to use fax machines,
Right.
and nobody had a
Yes.
fax machine
Hmm.
because I don't know. It's 2020.
Right.
It's not 1980.
All those businesses that held on to it for whatever reason. We got it back.
I went into
Justification.
like a FedEx store or something,
Mhm.
and the old man pitter pattered up there, and he was like, you fax things? And she was like, ooh, no. And he was like, well, where can I fax things? And in the perfect response that I should have seen coming,
Mhm.
she says, the post office.
Another place that derp mails things.
Right. Feels counterproductive for the
Mhm.
for the post office. Like, hey, no, just mail. Give us your 68 cents or whatever.
Right.
And most copy machines have fax, quote unquote, on them.
Yeah. Also email from a copy machine. I know I can do it from this one back here.
Yeah. But nonetheless.
Mm.
So yes, they may, if he was arrested, assuming there's some easy communication or everybody's got the
Right.
required equipment to communicate.
Right.
Crazy story.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll both end up dead here in the next.
I hope not.
Coming days. It seems to be that's the thing. A couple people come up missing. One of them's going to end up dead, whether it's her or him. One of them will find out in the next week or two that they dead.
Well, you've heard me say before that people believe they're doing their best.
Right.
And they have no intention to, very few, tiny percentage are menacing.
Right.
Right. Even somebody as heinous as like a Ted Bundy or whatever, their intention or in their head was they were doing good.
Right. I am ridding the world of these filthy, disease-ridden sex workers.
Yeah, whatever narrative, but they believe they're doing good.
Mhm.
And then when you have like this, I can't wrap my head around the serial killer thing or whatever, or like Gimpy's example of I can see the steps to get to that thought process. This is, with the idea of everybody's doing their best, they're not really menacing.
Right.
And then also, I'm going to kill you because we can't be together. I can't see the steps. I don't know how I don't connect those two.
Right. Well, that's a fun thing about that, right? Okay, so let's say we find out in the next week or so that one of them's dead. If the man shows up dead and the woman's still alive, she's going to be a hero for stepping up out of the domestic violence and putting an end to it. But the guy does, the guy shows up alive and the woman's dead. Well, but he's an asshole who ended up, killing her because he beat her all the time. Murder's murder, no matter how you look at it, how you justify it. Murder's murder.
So there's not self-defense, is what you're saying.
If it was a matter of he was beating me on the side of the road and I pulled out a gun and shot him because I got tired of it, yes, manslaughter, not so much murder. But it's one of those, he's beat me in the past, and he just beat me a couple of days ago, and I had a couple of days to sit on it, and I've decided I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger on this one, literally.
So for you, self-defense has to be in the heat of the moment.
Yes.
If she waits, it's murder.
Absolutely, because you've had time to calm down. You've had time to gather your thoughts. And instead of walking away, getting a divorce, doing whatever, you choose to end his life.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, it's murder. It's not self-defense anymore.
It was premeditated.
Exactly.
If you keep a gun in your home to shoot anybody that comes in, that's also premeditated.
Not necessarily.
No, you're planning to hurt someone. You're pre-planning, right? Just hear me out.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm not trying to make an argument.
Yeah.
Stand your ground. But when it comes, I think you're oversimplifying domestic violence. I think people that are involved in domestic violence they think the next time may be the one they get killed.
Right. And
so the idea of it being premeditated, I can understand that. But when you're thinking about the person that hurts you, you may feel like I've got to stop before the next time.
Right.
And so in my mind, that's different. That's not the same as murder.
How do we know really that they were together for the past 15 years and this isn't a sex traffic, that this isn't a kidnapping, and she was actually trying to get away, and that's why she was found on the side of the road getting hit in the face?
I mean, it feels like a giant leap. I don't know. I don't know how you got to that. Is it common that people are together 15 years and part of sex trafficking?
No, but maybe that's all a story. Made up completely.
Which part's a story?
Get that scared that they were together for 15 years. Maybe that's just what they told the police.
Well, he's not around. When she's talking to the police in the police video, he's not around.
Oh, okay.
He's not even within earshot. She is with the trucker that pulled over.
Right.
But to me, the idea of somebody who's been a victim and been beaten near death multiple times, who then finally decides they've had enough, you're probably right, is murder. But also, yeah, because they're worried the next time they won't get a chance.
Right. I get what you're saying, but it's a matter of you've got the option to leave, even if you got to wait for him to go to work or go to sleep or whatever, so you can sneak out. You've got an option there. You've waited days and weighed your options, and your options in your head were leave or kill him. And you went with kill him. So I get it. You're fed up with it. You can only take so much before you snap.
Well, that's not snapping. That's I got to do what I got to do to protect myself.
Right.
I can live.
Yeah, you can get up and leave and walk away. But yeah,
I don't. Victims of domestic violence don't get that luxury because they've been in doc. I hear you saying that, and systematically, it should be that easy.
Right.
Except the brainwashing and the manipulation and fear that is instilled from their abuser.
I hear you, but
don't believe it.
No, I don't. Because much like I've gotten to the point to where this is a rational idea to shoot the person, stab, kill them, whatever, however means you do it. You've also get to that point where you snap and you're like, I'm done. I'm out of here. And as a person who has lived it, I kind of can say that. I can say, yeah, you've got the option. I had the option to kill the bitch or leave. I chose to leave. So
yeah, but just because that worked for you,
I get it.
It's not the way it is for everyone. Right. Your experience of being a victim of violence in a relationship is not the same as other people's, and vice versa.
Right, I get it. It comes in different levels and degrees, but
some text coming in. Ain't nothing like an extended road trip to make a person's true nature come out. Yeah, you can only be in a car with someone farting. I've had a friend as recently as the past 3 months missing in jail because they entered one letter wrong in his name.
Yeah, you don't even think about stuff like that.
Happens all the time.
Yeah, simple clerical error ruins everything.
So they're missing in jail? Like they went into the jail system and you can't find them? No one knows where this person is?
Yeah.
Just happen to have an extra Joe in there or something? I don't know. It's weird.
Dude, if you're listening and you're this texter and you have somebody that you know and the family, no one knows where they are. They're like, sorry, they're not here. You need to start getting media, get
something.
Because that is a crazy story. And if it happened, it might be more common.
Right. How many other people?
Just go miss. So hey, Gimpy gets in trouble for loud tailpipes and he gets arrested.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we're like, yeah, we're here to get Gimpy. And they're like, we got no Gimpy here.
I got a gimme.
Yeah.
I got a shimmy.
Right.
No Gimpy, but I got a shimmy.
Oh, that's not him, no.
No, Gimpy. Yeah, no. Yeah, bad goatee, receding hairline, hat on backwards.
Right.
He's been in here about a day and a half, so he's probably got facial hair up near his cheeks, up near his eyes.
Looks like Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
No, I'm not got no one like that. Got a shimmy.
Right.
But no Gimpy.
Can we see him? Oh no, we can't let
See
you
who? Gimpy.
Shimmy.
There's no Gimpy.
Can we see Shimmy?
No, you got to be on his list.
Yeah.
Right.
What's your relation to Shimmy? I don't know.
Right.
So I can understand how like
Yeah.
some clerical stuff could get what? But I'm like, I guess I don't know if I'm pounding on the doors, but I'm maybe getting some sort of advocacy group with prisons involved.
Right. Do something.
I'm
works for
trying to
you or
meet with the
something.
head of the jail.
Mhm.
I'm meeting with I'm to try and bring the mayor. I don't know. I just feel like if they're missing, truly missing, like everybody, even the family, everybody's like, I don't know where they're at.
Mhm.
I feel like some light should be shined on the darkness.
You're not wrong.
Whew. All right. Last one. They did go missing in New Mexico. Alien abduction, anyone? Sure. All right. That went way longer than we thought. Single day tickets to Rocklahoma. We're going to give those away. Plus, we got news quickies when we come back.
Poop.
Scoop-dee-dee-whoop.
We're told this is a reoccurring issue over the last year. The resident manager told their local Fox station tenants have been warned not to dump their dog feces over the balcony.
Oh, have they?
When it happens, they say the resident management team has cleaned up the problem. Well, not really.
Poop.
Because it's still happening.
I mean, it's got to be one person. It's not a movement.
Right.
I mean, it is a movement. Yeah, thank you. For someone.
Yeah.
Right. But it's not like the entire apartment complex is banding together and be like, we just throw your poop over the balcony and
Yeah.
onto the awning.
Where it's
Right.
happening, put a deer camera up.
It's that easy, man.
Yeah.
Find out who done it. And
Yeah.
then be like, hey, pick up your crap.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
That's gnarly, dude.
Yeah.
I actually, like, I will forgive the occasional I'm not picking up dog poop when you're walking your dog or whatever, right?
Right.
Overall, you should. But
Mhm.
you forget a bag, you're in a rush, whatever.
Mhm.
But this is gnarly, dude. Like, you're deliberately, intentionally making it someone else's problem.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Just being lazy.
Yeah.
No, you aren't being lazy. You are taking energy
Right.
and throwing it. You're not picking it up.
Right.
You're going out of your way, opening a door, a window, and heaving feces through it.
Well, I think what's probably they're
Doesn't
just
seem
letting
right.
their dog go on their own balcony,
Mhm.
and they don't want to be on their balcony because that's where they like to go sit and enjoy their coffee or whatever. So they just throw it off their balcony.
I kind of interpreted that there was somebody throwing it because if it was on the balcony, I feel like they could narrow it down to like
Just
a
look up.
few.
Mhm.
And that's possible too. You would think that they would go knocking on the doors like, hey, I know you got a dog in here.
There's no dog.
I just sit there, make my maintenance guy sit there and film it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're doing today.
Right.
Yeah.
You're gonna catch the poop tosser.
Yeah.
That's your job today, Franklin.
Yeah.
Right. You're going to be the one who's going to be out there all day just waiting for someone to heave
Right.
crap over the edge and get them.
Right.
So wait, I don't have to go mow lawns or paint apartments or go into someone's apartment to fix a water heater, nothing like that.
Nope.
Nope. You're just okay.
Yeah. Except if you've never been on a stakeout,
Oh my god.
it sucks.
It'd be brutal.
You're like,
Right. And
sorry.
by that time, you dozed off. Somebody's done throwing turds back on the balcony, the overhang and whatever. You missed your opportunity. God damn it. I'll be back out here tomorrow to try to catch him. Walt Disney World employee arrested for upskirt videos. So there's a dude, he's 26. His name's Jorge Vega, and he works at the Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities at the Star Wars Galaxy Edge at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Apparently, this cat was caught by another employee taking a video. It was up the skirt of a young 18-year-old woman who was there shopping for lightsabers with her boyfriend. Yeah, he got a girlfriend. Anyhow, that's a different story. So the employee goes and tells the manager. Manager calls the cops. The cops come out and they talk to Jorge. And Jorge's like, yeah, man, I've been doing this for like 6 years. I've got like over 500 videos on my phone. Here, you want to see some? And he ends up sharing some of the videos with the police. Anyhow, the woman, the 18-year-old woman, had no idea she had been filmed. Old Jorge told the police that he does this because they're hard to find on the internet and that
Oh my
he uses
goodness.
them for gratification.
Hey, he is an entrepreneur.
Yes, he's helping out. He's providing a service.
At Disney, we want go-getters.
Yeah.
Solving problems.
Yeah. Well, Jorge got popped for video voyeurism. That's what he's in trouble
This
for.
story feels familiar. I know it's not the same story, but I feel like we've read a story before about somebody doing this, but maybe it was some other child predator thing or something, but it was like a janitor or somebody in the back.
They say here's not the first time this has happened at the Disney World or whatever. It says back in 2018, Eric King, a Walt Disney World cast member, was caught using his phone in an employee-only men's room at Disney's Animal Kingdom and was charged with video voyeurism. Another member said that he was at the urinal when he noticed that Mr. King was filming him under the nearby bathroom stall.
I'm kicking somebody.
Oh, for
No doubt.
sure. And then here's a fun one. Yambao Zhang, a Chinese national. I'm sure that's not how you pronounce his name. He pleaded guilty to voyeurism in 2014 after he took pictures of girls between the ages of 4 and 7
Ooh.
while he was vacationing at the Magic Kingdom.
Listen, I'm sure the Disney jail's awesome
Yeah.
because that's where I would be going because I am assaulting an MFer.
In
No
a
doubt.
heartbeat. In a heartbeat. I don't know if they're like, let's say I'm at the urinal, like taking a whiz, and I look down and there's a phone filming me. I'm just going to piss on the phone.
Yeah, my aim's going to get
Yeah,
really
for
bad really
sure.
quick.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, if I find out that you were videoing my little girls, that's a different story.
Cattle with tongues missing found in Texas. It's a bizarre story where authorities are investigating the mysterious deaths of about a half dozen cattle, and they were found with their tongues cut out. Ranchers in Madison County are looking, that's about 100 miles north of Houston. They said they found mutilated remains of 6-year-old longhorn cross cow last week with their tongue cleanly cut and removed. Sheriff's office said it learned about five similar cases in the neighboring counties. There's no signs of struggle. There's no footprints. There's no tracks. And grass around the carcasses wasn't disturbed.
Oh, well, then it had to be aliens then.
Well, of course.
Of course. I don't know, man. They say cow tongue's pretty good. So, I mean, maybe the aliens got, a new taco recipe or something. They're like, hey, we need.
Is it chunga? Is that what
we need
chungura?
fresh cow
I
tongue.
forget what it's called, but yeah, cow tongue tacos are yummy, yummy,
Yeah.
yummy. I like a good tongue taco. I saw yesterday, or maybe it was this morning, that in an interview with Bam Margera's family, he left a crazy message to them, and apparently they played it, and he's on the run.
Really?
Yeah.
Like he admitted it legit. He is on the run, running from
The police.
Yeah,
Okay.
with a girl, her kid, and meth.
Some other girl.
Yeah, some other girl.
Yeah.
We're going to run out of meth eventually, but
Yeah.
okay.
And
Uh-huh.
my thing is like, come on, man, what you're facing isn't that,
Yeah.
right? It's not like you would be going to prison for a long time.
Right. It was assault, right?
Yeah,
In a
yes.
sense, yeah.
But it would be knocked down pretty far.
yeah.
If he even stuck, right?
But the thought of doing time in the big house
But
makes people just zoom.
yeah, except it probably wouldn't be the big house.
No, it'd be a little house.
Yeah.
County
Yeah.
house.
And so like you would probably would help. And you're just like treating it like you're Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. With a kid.
Right.
Yeah.
That's something Bonnie had. But like you're just running like come on, don't do this.
He's going to get caught up. He is too recognizable to not be caught up somewhere. You know what I'm saying? If we were here, let's say we're having lunch at Sam's Southern Eatery, and Bam's sitting there eating some of that delicious fried shrimp or whatever.
It's funny you bring that up
Yeah.
because Lindsay and I just this morning, my wife flew out of town yesterday for some work.
Uh-huh.
And in the airport, she sees one of the ladies from Real Housewives of Orange County.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, is this Vicky? And I'm like, Sure. Because I watch it occasionally with my wife a lot. And so Lindsay does her stealth, sleuthing and finds out she's got family here.
Yeah.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. Like somebody is going to be like, hey, man.
Yeah, that's Bam.
That's Bam.
Side note, Pippi Longstockings is
So KMOD. You can also text BMMS and then what you want to say to 82945. News quickies are stories you may have missed in the news. We cover them here and put a link on our Facebook page if you want more. Facebook.com/BMMS69.
It's time for News Quickies, world news, local news, and news that just makes you say, what the Now here's Corbin, Gimpy, and Lindsay with what's going on. News Quickies from the Big 9 Morning Show at 97.5 KMOD.
Bus driver and passenger get into shootout after argument over unscheduled stop. This happened in North Carolina, where David Fullard was driving the city bus on May 18th. Shortly before 11:20 a.m., officers located 2 gunshot victims upon arrival. The passenger, Omari Sheriff Tobias, got into the altercation after asking David Fullard to let him off at a non-assigned bus stop. Spokesperson Brandon Hunter told Fox News that there was a 2-minute escalation of verbal altercation between the bus driver and Omari. Both men proceeded to draw weapons after David Fullard said, "No, I'm not going to stop for you." Video footage of the shooting shows Tobias walking up to Fullard as he's driving. The 2 men begin to shoot at each other, shattering glass during the chaos. Hunter stated that he was unaware which man actually shot first. There were 2 other bystanders on the bus. At this point, they head back to the back of the bus to go away from the 2 men shooting. Video shows Tobias running toward the back of the bus as well, with one bystander crawling in the aisle to get away from the gunshots. The bus comes to a stop with one of the bystanders then being able to hop off the bus. Video shows the bus driver walking back into the bus, shooting, and then exiting the bus from the front door and shooting again. Both men were transported to the hospital following the incident. The passenger that started the altercation suffered life-threatening injuries, according to police. The bus driver is recovering at home after suffering non-life-threatening injuries. The Amaris is charged with assault with a deadly weapon, inflicting serious injuries, communicating threats, and carrying a concealed firearm. The bus driver was terminated by his employer. That's it. He didn't get charged.
Huh. You ever been on like big city public transit? Like
once.
It's insane. It's insane. Because you get all mixes of people.
Mm-hmm.
right.
You get people that mind their own business. You got people that don't mind their own business. You got people that think they're tough. You got people who don't think they're tough. Like,
Right.
it's a crazy experience to be on public transit. And I'm not talking just like you're in town to see a movie and then you take the public transit, whatever. I'm talking like on a
Right.
on a
That's
regular route.
Yeah.
your means of transportation.
Yeah. It's crazy to experience.
We would take the South Shore train into Chicago numerous times, and that was pretty low key because they're pretty empty. And there's so many different, train cars to sit in, and we would usually take it to like Cubs games or whatever down in
Sure.
Chicago. And that was pretty simple. I remember visiting New York City, and I would always wanted to take the subway, and my aunt would always be like, "Nope, we're taking a taxi. It's too dangerous to take the subway." And so I never got to experience that. And then as a teenager, we did that one time. And I remember thinking, now I know why my aunt never wanted us to do this. It was a scary experience.
It's intimidating.
Yes, very much so.
In New York, the subway system is intimidating.
Yes.
To me, subway and the bus, way different.
Yep.
Right.
Completely different experiences because of what you said, just the sheer size
Yes.
of the public transportation. But a bus, crazy. I've been at San Francisco, Chicago, New York, Atlanta, Paris, London, And New York, by far, the most intimidating in terms of what's happening.
Right.
Yeah.
So many different kinds of people.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. It was the only time I wouldn't say I was scared, but I was like, oh, man.
Right.
Mhm.
Weary, I
Yeah,
guess.
it was
you could say.
intimidating.
Yeah, for
You don't
sure.
want to blink.
Old man busted for stealing condoms. This comes out of Japan, where an 85-year-old guy named Ko Sasaki, he walks into this convenience store 11 a.m. this past Sunday, and the manager caught him red-handed, stealing 2 boxes of rubbers, putting them in his pocket. She stops him. Another one calls the police. They come out. Mr. Sasaki admitted to stealing the $14 worth of rubbers. It just doesn't say what the motive is here, but I'm going to guess a prostitute.
Mm.
I'm betting the old man got a whore and needed to wrap things up.
Usually that industry comes prepared,
You think?
at least in Pretty
Yeah.
Woman. So if you're going to steal condoms, piece of advice, Magnums. Steal Magnums.
Make yourself look better.
Right.
What are you doing with 2 boxes of micro penis condoms? Don't ask questions.
Yeah, it's not mine.
Yeah. Right.
The story's for Gimpy. Florida Furry Convention turned into 18-plus event during the
Finally.
weekend of September 15th through 17th in Orlando, Florida. They're welcoming to the Megaplex Convention Center, which caters to the subculture of furries, or people who dress up as furry animal creatures like you might see at theme parks.
Mhm.
Here's the rub. Because of Florida's new Protection of Children Act, organizers have opted to make the event strictly an 18-plus event. Sidebar, didn't know it wasn't an 18-plus event.
Nor did I.
Because I thought, I know furries aren't sexual in nature, ... always.
Right. The implication is there that that's what it's all about.
Careful, you're going to light them up. While there are some who see the furry thing as a source of arousal, the vast majority of the furry community isn't based on sexual attraction. No matter much the media or various pundits might report it.
Lies.
Organizers say it was a tough decision, but it was it?
Was it?
Oh, okay. Do I unplug my dead grandfather or not? That's a tough decision.
Let these children into a sexually motivated furry convention.
Sexual undertones. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
But it was necessary to protect everyone involved. For those that would like to know, Gimpy told me this earlier.
Yeah.
The Tails and Tornadoes Fur Con is in Tulsa, is at the Southern Hills Marriott, September 1st through 3rd.
I will see you there dressed as, well, you'll have to find
A werewolf.
Yeah.
No costume. All these stories are on our Facebook page at facebook.com/BMMS69.
Tulsa's morning.
Maybe he misinterpreted a wink.
Oh, like he thought he was invited, but he's like,
Ooh.
I've got to get in. I've got to make my own key to get in. You see what I'm saying? So,
It just feels weird that he didn't know. Again, he didn't know the feet were going to be available for sucking.
right.
Well, maybe when he went in, it was a little warm in the room, so he had 1 foot out from underneath the covers.
Totally, but again, the
No, it
the
was-
perpetrator didn't know that.
right.
Right.
So this is what I'm trying to get to is he's done that before. This time the feet were just available.
He snuck into rooms before. Maybe not have sucked on any toes or anything.
Yeah, because they were all covered. Because you
Yeah.
don't just lightly lift; they're tucked in.
Yeah.
Hotel sheets are notorious for being super tucked
Yes.
in.
Yeah,
Good point.
That's a good point. And that just goes to show you never know.
Yes,
You
which
never
is
know.
going back to what I said. The assaults that are happening in hotel rooms and the lack of security people are putting on themselves when they stay in hotel rooms.
And what
Wow.
kind of hotel was it?
It was a Hilton.
So a nicer hotel with probably a hotel bar. Maybe since he was the night manager, he had been watching him. Maybe he was at the hotel bar drinking. And so maybe he knew how late he was up.
Okay.
So he
Like, yeah,
knew
this
that he
guy's
would be
tanked.
passed out.
Maybe,
yeah. Yeah.
Following you back to your room, sir.
Oh God,
Mhm.
dude, I'm a dork. Like I put a chair in front of the door.
Right?
So if you open the door, you're gonna bang the chair.
you're definitely getting kicked in the face, right? It's not wrong. If you wake up and somebody is sucking your toes, right? You can kick them in the face and be in the right.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're in your space. They've breached
Yeah.
the door, right?
Yeah.
I just think that the octane of what's happening is going to throw you off. And so,
Fair.
and that person is aware that they may get caught.
Mhm.
So they're skedaddling, they're Scooby-Dooing out of there.
Right, it's
When you're
Scooby-Doo.
like, hey, what's happening?
Why is my toe so wet?
What? And then that person's gone before you can really get your wits about you.
Right, because you just woke up and you're like, what's going on?
You don't wear glasses.
Yeah.
Open up the door to see who just ran outside and they're gone already.
Yeah.
I call this day spa or dispensary.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Okay. So basically, I've got some businesses. These are legit businesses in Tulsa.
Oh, fun.
It's either a day spa or a dispensary.
Okay.
Now, based off the name, you're going to chime in with and that's how you're going to buzz in. Corbin or Lindsay.
Okay.
Got
You
it.
get one shot and one shot only because this is a 50-50
Don't I know
chance. There's no point in,
Mhm.
hey, would you like to guess, Lindsay? He said it's a
Yeah.
dispensary. No, it's a day. So you only get one shot.
Okay.
Whoever wins at the end, I got a big prize for you. Okay.
Like
Okay.
a little nug, maybe? a prize?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Maybe.
Or a
God knows
trip
you
to a
have
day
plenty.
spa?
Right. So, day spa or dispensary, are you guys ready?
Ready.
All right, we're going to take it up from the top here. Euphora. Euphora. Corbin, yes.
That's a spa.
Euphora is a dispensary. No points for anybody on that one. All right. Nirvana, day spa
Corbin.
or dispensary? Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin would be correct.
Come on, Lindsay.
You got to get in the game, woman. Get in the game. All right. Omni Oasis, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Day spa.
Day spa is correct. So far, we're tied 1-1. La Fusion, day spa or dispensary? La Fusion.
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin, that is incorrect. La Fusion is a day spa. Poppies, day
Corbin.
spa or dispensary? Corbin,
That
yes.
is a day spa.
Yes, you are correct. Poppies is a day spa.
Hmm.
2-1 so far. Corbin's lead. OHG, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay,
Dispensary.
that is correct. Tied
What'd
up.
you say?
OHG. That's all it is. These are all the ones. I just found them on Google.
Sure.
I just simply Googled day spa and then Googled dispensaries and then found a bunch of them that
Sure.
are really close.
I just
and
couldn't
could be
hear. I didn't
confused.
hear you
Yeah.
because you were going so fast. I didn't hear you. I didn't know it was
I wonder
letters.
what that stands for.
I have no idea. Nonetheless, moving forward, 918 Elevate, day spa or dispensary? 918 Elevate.
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
Dispensary.
That is correct. Corbin's in the lead, 3-2. One Love Wellness, day spa.
Corbin.
You got to pick it up, Lindsay. Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin, One Love Wellness is indeed a
Wow.
dispensary. Yes. Corbin killing it right now. Lotus Blossom,
Corbin.
day spa or dispensary? Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
You are wrong, my friend.
You might
Lotus-
need to.
Lotus
Okay.
Blossom is a day spa. Go ahead, Google
I
it.
know there's a dispensary called Lotus.
There's one called Lotus Gold, not Lotus Blossom. See, and that's the fun part about this game because they can be
No, somatic,
they're
sure.
so close. All right, Indigo, day spa or dispensary? Lindsay.
That is a dispensary.
Indigo. Lindsay is a day
Yeah.
spa.
Oh,
So
bummer.
far, it's 4-2. Corbin's lead. Hand and Stone, day spa or
Lindsay.
dispensary? Lindsay.
Spa.
All right, Lindsay, you are correct on a comeback.
I've been
It's a-
there.
It's a 50-50 guess.
Right, of course. All right, Rosebuds, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
I'm going to go dispensary.
Lindsay would be correct. Rosebuds is a dispensary, tied up 4-4. Jade Wellness Center, day spa
Corbin.
or
Lindsay.
dispensary? Corbin.
That is a wellness, or that is a day spa.
Corbin. Jade Wellness Center is a dispensary. Still tied 4-4. Deluxe, day spa or
Corbin.
dispensary? Corbin.
That is a spa.
Corbin, you are incorrect. Deluxe is a dispensary. Nature's Kiss.
I think that's both, actually.
Who knows? This is just the
Yeah,
information that
who
was
cares if
given.
it's accurate?
All right, Nature's Kiss, day spa or dispensary?
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
That is correct, my friend. Corbin just made 5-4. Aqua Viva Oasis, day
Lindsay.
spa or dispensary? Lindsay.
Spa.
Lindsay is correct. All right, so we're tied up 5-5. Fig Medical, day spa or dispensary? Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin, that is incorrect. Fig Medical is a day spa.
I was thinking because like sweets,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
like sometimes you know it smells like
You're
a fig.
thinking medical marijuana.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
All right. Whew. All right. Remember, this is for a big prize at the end of the game here.
Sure.
You are going to love the prize that I have
Leftovers.
chosen for you.
Leftovers.
Right, it's a
Okay.
roach.
Right. Right.
Bong
And not
water.
the one you smoke.
It's the crumbs.
Laura Apothecary, Day
Lindsay.
Spa or Dispensary. Lindsay.
Dispensary.
Lindsay is incorrect. The
Yeah, it's a
Laura
spa.
Apothecary is a day spa. Lucky Garden, Day Spa or Dispensary. Corbin, yes.
That's a dispensary.
Lucky Garden, Corbin is a day spa. So far, we got 6 to Corbin and 5 to Lindsay. The Health Center, Day Spa or
Oh,
Dispensary. Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
That is correct. You sound like you've been there before.
To me, the name was just so obvious. There's no way you're going to call an actual spa that.
Right, the Health Center. Supreme Heights, Day Spa or
Corbin.
Dispensary. Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin would be correct. All right, so we're looking at 8 to 5, Lindsay.
Okay.
All right, we're down in the home stretch of this thing. All right, the Enchanted Cottage, Day
Corbin.
Spa or Dispensary. Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin is incorrect.
Good morning. It's the Big Man Morning Show. 918-460-KMOD, or you can text BMMS and then what you want to say to 82945. See what Lindsay has for Balls to the Wall Sports.
The 2023 NBA Finals are set to tip off this week. Nikola Jokic and the West champion Denver Nuggets will host Jimmy Butler and the East champion Miami Heat for Game 1 on Thursday night at Ball Arena. The Nuggets are making their first ever appearance in the NBA Finals after sweeping the Los Angeles Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. The Heat are set to make their second appearance in the NBA Finals in the last 4 years after fending off the Boston Celtics in 7 games to win the East. Denver defeated Miami in both head-to-head meetings during the regular season. And interestingly enough, I found this kind of funny. The Drake curse, now they're saying there's a new Drake curse, and it comes from Jack Harlow because Jack Harlow was wearing a Celtics jacket at the game, and they're saying he's the new Drake.
That's stupid.
To put the curse on.
That's stupid. It would take, the Drake thing is because it happened multiple times over multiple sports. Because one guy did it one time, hardly means it's a curse.
I know, but they got to blame somebody, right? Just like when what's her face, Jessica Simpson dated Tony Romo, and she was spotted in his jersey because they dated and they lost. It was because of her that they lost when he played for the Cowboys. But yeah, so fans are crowning Jack Harlow the new Drake curse after the team blew their home court advantage. And that is your Balls to the Wall Sports. I'm Lindsay on 97.5 KMOD.
Balls to the Wall Sports is powered by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Great taste, 96 calories. Uptown Wellness is a dispensary.
Really?
We only got 2 left here.
Okay.
All right. So we got a chance to tie it and a breaker if we can do this. All right. Pura, Day Spa or
Corbin.
Dispensary. Corbin.
Dispensary.
Corbin is correct. Pura is a dispensary, puts him with the win 10-8. I'll go ahead and give you the last one, see if you can guess it. Stonebrook, Day Spa or Dispensary.
Lindsay. Spa.
Lindsay would have been correct, which wouldn't matter because it's 10-9. Corbin is the big winner. Congratulations, Corbin.
What'd I get?
You want to know what you got?
Yeah.
My friend, I tell you, you have won my leftover potatoes. That's right, Corbin. I had dinner last night.
I love it. That's awesome, man. I'm actually kind of hungry, so I think that's a fantastic
This is
gift. And
perfect.
you're not a horrible cook.
No.
So that's great. But, I just think it's just an honor to win. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to Lindsay. She put in a valiant effort.
Listen,
And,
Corbin,
I just appreciate the competitiveness. And, I'm just one guy on a team, and we're just a team trying to make the thing happen. And, it's an honor to be a part of the Ford Truck Series and anything I can do to make this Hilton Hotel team do the best they can.
Well, Corbin, I'm glad that you accepted and decided to give your prize of potatoes to the loser of the game, but that's not all that you're going to win. All right.
So not only do you get my leftover dinner from last night, my potatoes and a little bit of steak with some cheese on top, I'm also going to hook you up with a 6-pack of Twisted Tea. Set right up front because nobody wants this. So I grabbed a pack and you get to take it home with
Again, you put zero effort into the prize.
Yeah.
Again, I'm just real grateful that this Hilton Honors team did the best they could and we'll make sure part of the Ford Truck Series continues. So I'd like to give it to my second place. His second isn't winning. So
Twisted Tea is a great beer fridge for guests.
Right. Well, congratulations, Lindsay. You got yourself some old mashed potatoes and some warm Twisted Tea for losing on Day Spa or Dispensary.
this says, I'm about to get divorced from my wife of 10 years because I made a stupid mistake and had a one-night stand. We got in an argument. I left, went to the bar, slept with some woman, and almost immediately the guilt took over me. She has told me it's over, but I have to try. What can I do to get her to give our marriage a second chance? 918-460-KMOD. Bmms. Then whatever you think he should do to 82945. Let's entertain the idea. What are some things he could do? How about a vacation?
Ooh,
You and me, let's have a vacation. Let's go to some beautiful exotic place and talk out my inability to keep my penis in my pants.
Yeah.
Having kids usually fixes that situation.
That maybe if you're lucky, you'll get to do that.
Vacations are nice. Absolutely.
Can you work on a
But-
problem on a vacation, Lindsay?
I don't think so. Because
This
once
isn't a
you get
problem. This is a
back-
crack in the foundation.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Because once you get back, everything's right there, Yeah.
What are some other
And-
things he could try?
I think he
Entertain the
begs,
idea.
goes
No
on
bad ideas.
hands and knees and
Begs?
begs. What do you want me to? I will do anything you want me to do.
Yeah. Horrible way to get into a conversation with somebody, right? And this is why. Because you want to fix it, you have to come up with ideas. Not me.
Mm-hmm.
You want to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I have to tell you how to fix your problem?
Mm-hmm.
Not just this, any scenario. If you have to go to the person and be like, tell me what I have to do to fix this, then you shouldn't be in it. It's a horrible way to get into a conversation with somebody to try and rectify a problem. Because it means you don't know. You haven't even entertained ideas.
Right.
How about a candlelight dinner?
That's
not
good
enough.
and gravy and all, but the distractions there, man, you're not going to be able to enjoy your candlelight dinner. You're not going to be able to do much of anything fun, a vacation or anything like that, because there's a giant elephant in the room.
Again, we're just trying to convince
Mm-hmm.
for a second chance.
Mm-hmm.
What about a spa day?
Sure. I'll go ahead and let you spend your money on me so I can go and feel better.
Yeah, is he
about
going to send
myself.
her on a spa day? I know. I think he needs to go to her and definitely he needs to know from her what she expects from him,
I don't think.
what he wants her to
Come
do.
on,
What-
Lindsay.
yeah,
Come
no.
on. Come on, Lindsay.
Taking
Come on,
her-
Lindsay.
What?
What he expects of her.
What?
Don't have
she
sex with
wants him
other
to do.
people.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what the expectation is.
Absolutely. But he's done it. He's done the damage.
Yeah, so we're
Right.
talking
He's
about a
done the
second
damage.
chance.
Exactly.
So what do we're just talking about crazy ideas.
Yep.
Commit to
Yeah.
an idea, Lindsay.
Yeah. So going on vacation, sure, it's nice, but now he gets to go on a vacation too. It's almost like, I don't know if I want to go on a vacation with you right now.
Hall pass. You want a crazy idea? Give her a hall pass.
There,
Give
yeah.
her an opportunity to even Stevens this thing.
Mhm. And she doesn't have to tell him about it. Ever.
Well, no, she knows about his, so I feel like it has
It's
to be
only
even.
fair, yeah.
If it's even, it's even.
No.
Why do you not get to tell anybody?
Maybe she doesn't even take him up on it. He'll never know.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Let him wonder. Did she or didn't she?
yeah. Usually works.
It usually does.
Yeah.
Withholding information.
Yeah. People have already texted him what my feelings are on this. To me, it's quite clear. But they are asking.
Yeah.
Right? They are going, what's some scenario? What's a scenario? What is a possibility? Brandon is on. Hey, Brandon, how are you?
Good. How are y'all?
Good. What do you think?
From a person who's been cheated on multiple times, I say the damage has already been done. But if he wants to win her over, they've been married 10 years. Renew your vows. Make new vows. Tell her you're committed to her and only her. You know, just go and renew your vows. That might win her over. You never know.
Right, a mulligan.
Right.
Yeah, pull a mulligan.
Yeah.
Pull that mulligan card. Pull it all day long.
You said that you've been cheated on multiple times, Brandon. Would that have worked with you?
No, because I stayed with someone who cheated on me 9 times.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Are you
But
blind? Are you blind?
Well, I lived 7.5 hours away from my family at the time. So I was kind of forced just to stick around because I was in a state I didn't know. I wasn't from that state. So I stuck around and rode out the roller coaster.
What was her excuse on the 7th time?
His excuse was I was away from the house for 2 weeks on walk and he got lonely.
So this is your boyfriend.
Yeah, it was my ex.
Yeah.
But when he said that, I was like, yeah, I'm done. I took the call around midnight when he was drunk, took the call, and I left and never looked back.
Had to rip that Band-Aid, huh?
I just left. I was done.
Wait, that was the 7th time.
Yeah. And then
And you
took the
came
call
back.
took the call back because I was like, oh, maybe you changed. And the 9th time was finally the draw.
For him I'm just being really honest. Him cheating 9 times, do you blame him or yourself?
I blame myself for being blinded by love.
But it
stupidity.
wasn't. No, it wasn't, though.
No. Yeah, it was not my fault, but I mean, I kept going.
No,
back,
no, it's
so
your fault. It wasn't love.
It was my own stupidity trying to think I can change someone.
Right. Hope. Well, it was hope.
Can't
You
be
were
changed.
hoping.
Mhm.
You were hoping he'd
Well,
love
yeah.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on, man. Brandon, have a great day, man.
You too.
All right, see you later.
These texts are
Scott is on. Hey, Scott, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, buddy. What do you think?
You know, let's be real. I love some of the comments, and you guys especially, but let's be real. You're not going to be able to give her a hall pass because we as men are never going to forget that. We're never going to stop dwelling on it. And, you know, we're going to be the demise of that at that point. I think there's only one way to really do it. Either walk away because you can't tell me guilt took over after. You were enjoying it then. You went out for that purpose to go meet somebody. So either open this up to an open relationship, ask her, hey, do you want an open relationship, or walk away now, brother, because you lost it.
Let me ask you, Scott, what would be an argument they would have had that would have not justified him cheating, but going out and being completely reckless? Like what's something?
She would have had to cheat. I mean, the only way I'm ever going to cheat is she walks to me and said she just cheated. I'm walking out. I'm going to get me some, and I'm done with this relationship.
But then, I mean, you're
I
not
mean, let's
really
be real
cheating
as
at that
men.
point, are you, Scott? You're not.
Well,
Mhm.
you know, until that divorce, I get it. But there's no hall pass or dinner or vacation. I agree with her vacation. That means she's not going to forget that. I don't care if 5 years down the road, that's going to be in every argument you have.
Mm-hmm.
So you might as well either walk away or open this thing up and let's become swingers.
Just walk
Hey,
up to her
let's
with a
be real.
pineapple in hand.
Right on, man.
Upside down it, baby.
All right, Scott, have a great day, friend.
You too,
All
guys.
right, see you later.
Got a great idea to fix the situation.
Fruit. I hear that like, well, if she cheats, I'm going out right and cheating, and cheating right away. It's gonna be like the movie Hall Pass. I'm going to Applebee's and having wings and going to bed at 9. Like,
Yeah.
Right, because that's our routine now.
No,
That's where we're at.
no, I'm don't have the game. Like, what are you talking about? It's not like I'm turning down women every time I go out the door.
You go to the bar, you wait till about 1:45ish.
Oh,
You find the biggest woman with the least amount of teeth in her face, and you say, you're coming with me.
I gotta be honest. If I'm cheating as revenge, it ain't just gonna be on crumbs. Listener email, I'm about to get divorced from my wife of 10 years
Homeless
because
people eat out of garbage cans,
I
Corbin.
made a
You
stupid
better
mistake
get users.
and had a one-night stand. We got in an argument. I left, went to the bar, and slept with some woman. Almost immediately, the guilt took over me. Good morning. It's the Big Man Morning Show. 918-460-KMOD. You can also text the Bmms and then what you want to say to 82945, qualifying people for Harley Days of May. And Heather Cannon of Henrietta heard the cue, so congratulations to Heather. She might be winning that 100th anniversary Harley Davidson Dyna Wide Glide from Still Horse Motorcycles inside Oklahoma Outdoor World off Route 66 in Sapulpa every hour today, because it's the last day to get qualified for Harley Days of May. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, Corbin. Hey, there's a lot going on. Starting next month, our patio parties pick up again. And if you want to be in the know of where we're going to be and all of that, sign up for our newsletter. Connect with us online at kmod.com.
Good morning, Gimpy.
Good morning, Corbin. If you can get qualified over the phone, why don't you join me at Steel Horse this Saturday? I'll be broadcasting live from 11 to noon. 11 to 1, getting you qualified as maybe a last chance qualifier.
Let's see what Lindsay wants to talk about.
Lindsay, 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 L-I-N-D-S-E-Y, Lindsay. 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 L-I-N-D-S-E-Y, Lindsay. You got a cat? Because I feel something licking me.
So I'm sure our answer here will be completely different, but Men's Health did a survey of 100 men between the ages of 30 and 70 years old. And they asked one question here: is there any movie you can say that you saw at least 100 times?
No.
I don't know.
No.
I mean, I would be guessing
Yeah, right.
at least. I don't know.
So easy for me. I mean,
At least
100 times Dirty Dancing, Pretty Woman, and most likely Steel Magnolias.
I think 100.
So 400. You've seen those movies 400 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like that's one of those. I've seen this movie 1,000,000 times or 100 times.
Mhm.
You know what
But
I'm
just
saying?
being
Just
like over
Right.
the top.
Yeah. I don't know anybody who's done anything besides wake up and go to work 100 times. You know, most I've ever watched a movie is twice, 3 times, maybe.
Oh, I mean, it's more than 3
Yeah.
times for me. 100 feel at least 100 implies there are people that see movies way more than 100.
Uh-huh. That's a lot.
But I've seen more than 3 though. I mean, I've seen Shawshank more than 3 times.
Right. Okay.
I've seen The Town more than 3 times.
Mhm.
Enough to where you can say the lines and you know what's coming up. Like, you just don't miss a beat with this movie. Or if it's on, you're watching.
I mean, I do
it.
that with a lot of movies,
Yeah.
and some I've only seen once.
Wow.
So it's just about the catchiness of the phrase.
Mhm.
And we all recite movie phrases of movies we've never seen.
Right. You've heard it somewhere, or you've seen bits and pieces
That's
of the
true.
movie, never watched the whole thing all the way through. Mm-hmm.
I was kind of surprised at the responses of the movies that guys say they've seen over 100 times. The top movies were Fight Club, The Godfather, Die Hard, Rocky, Scarface, Full Metal Jacket,
Now they're all just lying.
and Forrest Gump.
So 2 movies on that list for me, for sure, you're lying.
All right. Which ones are?
Full Metal Jacket
Okay.
and Godfather, right?
Mhm.
Full Metal Jacket and Godfather kind of fall into the same argument of I feel like I have to prove I'm a man because I've seen these.
That's fair.
Full Metal Jacket, there's an asterisk with because there are military people that feel like that's in that arsenal of like maybe one of the better, if not the military movies of all time, right?
Okay.
Okay.
So that gets an asterisk. But both those movies are long.
Yeah.
Yes.
And-
So to see it more than 100
Mhm.
is crazy.
After basic training, Full Metal Jacket, it's just all right.
Yes.
The best part of that movie is all the way through basic. And once they get into Vietnam, it's just all right. It's just another war movie after that. So
Rocky, I'll buy.
Okay.
Rocky, I'll buy.
Mhm.
Rocky's a great
Yeah.
movie,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
But
100 times.
and Godfather, listen, it's like The Doors. It's fine. but it is hardly the best movie ever.
Mm.
There's some great actors that came out of that. And the movie's second one is the best one, and the rest are
Right.
So to say you've seen it over 100 times, it's like 3 hours long.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And Fight Club, you could watch Fight Club over 100 times. I don't know if I could watch that one 100 times. I don't know if I could watch it more than 3 times.
Yeah, I've seen it a few times. But
I've seen it a lot.
Not close to 100. Not
I don't
even anywhere close.
I don't even know. I don't even know.
And even then, is that one of those? Yeah, I watched the whole thing front to back, beginning to end 100 times, or is it? I've seen it 100 times. Watch a little bit here, a little bit there. You're flipping through channels.
You're right.
You see Fight Club. You're like, oh, I'll watch this one, and then when it goes to commercial, you switch it to something else. I wonder how much of that is bull. Because to me, if you're going to say you've watched a movie at least 100 times, you have to watch the whole thing from beginning to end.
Yes, and which is an interesting point because someone texted in A Christmas Story because it's on all day on Christmas. And I did think about that, but it's more background.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Same way with Home Alone. Same way with a lot of movies like that. You may have sat and watched it maybe once, twice, even 3 times. Hell, I'll even give you 5 times to watch it beginning to end. But after that, it's just background noise.
Mm-hmm. Someone texts, I used to go to sleep watching Dodgeball nightly.
Wow, that's a horrible movie to fall asleep to.
Right. Dazed and Confused, another text. Super Troopers.
Mm-hmm.
Someone said, wouldn't Star Wars be in the mix? Wasn't. I was kind of surprised, actually. But that's kind of long, though, right?
I think that's also another movie that falls into the realm of you got to say you've watched.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah. Step Brothers should have been on the list. Yeah, I'd say so.
No way.
Mm.
No way.
I like it. It's
So
good.
good.
Yeah, it's fine.
Mhm.
How about let's just go back to the Christmas Story for a minute.
Yeah.
To say you've watched it 100 times, right? So it's on 12 times,
Mhm.
assuming it's 2 hours. They do the full 2-hour
Yeah.
duration, right?
Right.
In a day, 12 times. So to do that, how many years of Christmas would you have to endure?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you see how 100 would take forever?
Yeah.
If there's one that's run every day, every Christmas, right?
Hmm.
Nonstop. So if you watch 2 showings in a row, in 1 year, you've got 98 more to go, 98 more showings, 98 more Christmases.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. I've seen Freddie Got Fingered at least 30 times.
Oh, well, you need a life.
Yeah.
That is not a great movie.
All right. Definitely Goodfellas for me. I've seen Goodfellas 100 times. Never all the way up, but once or twice from beginning
Mhm.
to end.
Yeah.
If it's on TV, I'm going to stop and watch it until it goes commercial, and then I'll find something else. But to sit back and watch anything more than 3-4 times from beginning to end, it just seems pointless. No matter how good the movie is,
It's a fair point.
you get to a point to where it kind of ruins the whole movie watching experience, if you ask me, because you already know what's going to happen.
There has to be absolutely nothing else on.
I guess, but even then, go find something to do. Go outside and play, chase a parked car or something.
Yeah, I'd be curious to what quantified as watching it.
Yeah.
Like if I'm at the
Mhm.
doctor's office and Major League's on, does that count as
Sure.
me watching it?
Right. Right.
Or am I sitting down as Gimpy has pointed from, beginning to end?
Yeah.
I think that's where it has to count. Because if it's the case, well, I've just seen it, it's on TV, I've seen it, then I've seen a million movies 100 times. But that, to me, that's just not the definition of watching it.
Right. How long do I have to see it on the television for it to count as watching it?
At least
Yeah.
85% of the movie, the bulk of the movie. But even then, it's like you didn't watch the whole thing. You skipped the last 15 minutes of it because you knew what was going on. So you didn't really watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
Someone else texts for me, Pulp Fiction 100 times. If not, it's really close to 100.
Oof. Listen, that's a great movie. It's a really great movie. I have seen it a bunch. I would think after about 50, you want to jab a pin in your eye.
Yeah. Another one, Office Space and the Goonies. Okay. When Blockbuster was around, I rented Little Nicky and watched it until the tape warped.
Okay, well, how many times does that?
Yeah,
If you've got a crappy VCR,
that's
might-
true.
heat the tape up.
Another one was, Joe Dirt 100 times.
Sure. It's a great movie.
hmm
100 hours of internet porn. That might be actually, believable.
Yeah, okay. And some of the average guy's stats at the movies. So 13% of men say that they admit to going to the movies alone. Do you enjoy going to see a movie by yourself at the movie theater?
I don't know a time I've went to. I can only think of one, and that was because I was working for a radio station, and they did it was a screening when they used to do those, and I was working it and was by myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But typically, I don't go to movies to talk.
Right.
Right.
So
I don't go to movies. I've never been to a movie alone. Ever.
I did it one time. The kids and Kevin went and saw, I believe it was like a Marvel movie or something, and I went to a chick flick.
Huh.
But they were all
So a
airing
family
at the same
outing,
time.
but you went and did your own thing.
Yeah, because I don't
F them
do the
kids.
Marvel movies. I don't do those.
It's not about the movie.
I know.
It's about
but
the memories.
and
And
but
they'll
again,
always
we're
have a
not
memory
talking,
of
we're
mom
just
abandoning us.
sitting there watching a movie. And this way I don't have to share my popcorn with anyone either. So it's
Yeah,
a win-win.
not anyone.
Uh-huh.
Your children.
Uh-huh.
So not only does she not love you enough to stick around for 2 hours,
Well, let's be
Hey,
honest.
hey,
An
hey,
hour and a
before the
half.
movie, we
No,
play video
like
games,
4
so
hours.
it's all good.
she doesn't want to share popcorn with you.
26% of men admit to streaming movies at work.
Okay, I've done that before.
I don't know if I've ever done that one.
I mean, I don't
Well, it's a
know.
little hard when we're on the radio.
Yeah, right. 23% of men say they'll see any movie if they've heard it had a hot sex scene.
Sure. Like Basic Instinct, but
Yes.
Right,
With Sharon
Monsters Ball.
even if you've never seen it, you might say, sure.
Yes.
I was thinking we in the old studio before we did cameras, we would have a TV on and it would have, if a movie was on, it would be on.
Mhm.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So like, if Goodfellas was on, it might be on in the back. Does that count as
Sure.
watching a movie?
No, it does not, because your attention is
Yeah,
not
you're not
focused.
Not my
solely on the
primary
movie.
focus.
Right.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
Have you ever walked out of a movie theater because the movie sucked?
I've fallen asleep in a movie theater because the movie sucked, but I've
Yeah.
never walked out of one before.
I have fallen asleep in a movie because I'm with my kids and watching a kids movie. I have walked out of one movie, but it was because the person I was with had like an emotional breakdown watching the movie.
Oh.
But it wasn't your choice of like, this movie sucks, I'm out of here.
I mean, it was my choice to go with her.
Right.
Okay.
Right. But had she
I
not had a
wasn't-
mental breakdown, you probably would have stopped and watched
I
the
would,
movie.
yeah.
All right. 49% of men have left the theater because the movie was bad.
That's a big number.
That is
Yeah,
a
it
big
is.
number. I'm like, I paid for this. I want to see how
I'll
it
endure the
ends.
pain. Yeah,
Yes,
sure.
I'm gonna. Yeah. 22% of men have taken a phone call during a movie.
Oh, you
No, that's
dick.
just rude.
Absolutely,
Ugh.
total dick move.
No. I'm in the middle of a movie right now, man. No, I can't come fix your car, man.
Right?
Why don't you just put it on speaker,
Mhm.
Right?
That's the first thing. Well, as soon as we sit down, my husband will look at me and go, "Silence your phone. Is your phone on silent?" Yes, it is. 30.
That's called a lesson learned.
Yes,
that means he does
absolutely.
that because you haven't.
Exactly.
Does he walk into the other theater you're in, or does he?
Yeah. 37% of men still have a VCR in their home theater setup.
What's the number?
37%.
What year was the survey?
That's what I was about to ask.
Come on.
It said 1997. Even the year 2000.
That's a big number.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When was the last time the study was done? When was the time? What was the date on the study?
This was this year.
I ain't buying it.
No, because you can get everything digital now.
No,
This was May. This was May issue of Men's Health magazine.
I ain't buying it. I'm buying it because you may have a VCR to what? Because you're a purist and you like the quality. Shut your trap.
I don't know if they necessarily use it, but they still have one set up. Maybe that's just because they're too lazy
way.
to unplug it.
No way. They don't even have an HDMI output. And I bet almost everybody's TV in their home is HDMI outputted.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Well, I mean, I got a converter, Corbin. Yeah, I plugged my VCR into this HDMI
So
converter.
you put the energy and effort in to keep it.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
No one ever. Mm-hmm.
3 in 4 men have snuck food into the theater.
I mean, that should be 100%.
Yeah.
Dude, if you're not taking food in, you're stupid.
What do you smuggle in to the theater?
Candy always.
Yeah.
What the number one candy smuggled in? What do you think that is?
Go ahead, Gimpy.
Skittles.
It's going to be some stupid thing like Milk Duds because people apparently only eat Milk Duds at a movie theater.
Junior Mints.
I love Milk Duds.
Yeah, I think they're good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to say M&M's.
It is M&M's.
Mm.
Yep. That it is it. 64% of men who admit, yes, they've shed tears at a movie.
Oh, yeah. I've done that before.
Yeah.
In the theater? That's the thing. In a theater, no.
Really?
Sitting at
Why?
home. And, I don't know. I just never have.
Hold on.
Uh-huh.
What was the last emotional movie you saw in a theater?
Oh, hell, I couldn't even tell you. Even the last movie I saw. I think the last movie I saw was Aquaman. If that goes to tell you how long ago it was. Yeah.
So was that like 3 years?
Yeah. Yeah. And before that, it was the Bohemian Rhapsody,
Oh, yeah.
which is about the same time. I didn't cry during that.
Sure.
But before that, Romeo and Juliet, that's not a very emotionally driven movie.
I mean,
a little bit.
Kind of is. Yeah, I totally have. I don't care if I'm at a movie theater crying or I don't gauge whether I'm a man or not because I cry.
Yeah,
No,
I'm not
right.
saying that at all. I was like, oh, I'm too manly for that. I never have. Mark's naked mom sitting there watching on, in the living room. Different story.
The movie from the past decade that prompted the most male blubbering.
Brokeback Mountain.
Nope. And have you seen Marley and Me? Because
no,
that
not
was
all
the
of
film.
it. Not all
That's
of
the
it.
film?
That's the film.
I ain't buying it.
That
Dude,
was the
Saving
film.
Private Ryan, full stop.
Mhm.
Saving Private Ryan.
Right.
Tell me I'm a good man. Are you kidding me right now?
Mm-hmm.
Marley and Me, totally.
Right.
Yeah.
But the number of men who saw
Mm-hmm.
Marley and Me, percentage-wise, compared to those that saw Saving Private Ryan, got to be astronomical.
Yeah. I think Marley and Me is probably the one that, okay, my wife wants to watch it or my girlfriend wants to watch it, I'll watch it with her. I think there is a definite connection with, the animal lovers. Like Gimpy loves the dog movies.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
Marley, I get it. I
Sure.
totally get it. I remember crying like a baby to Marley and Me.
Is Marley and Me the Aniston Owen Wilson movie?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I've seen my husband. I'm sure he did cry at Saving Private Ryan. I didn't watch that with him. I've watched Forrest Gump with him and Toy Story 3, and he cried at both of those.
Huh.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Every time we watch Forrest Gump, he cries.
At what part?
When he's standing over Jenny's grave talking about little Forrest. When he says, and he's so smart, Jenny. He's so smart. That's where he loses
He
it.
cries there, but
Yep.
you're unsure about Saving. Okay.
I have
I'm
not
gonna
watched
start
Saving
quoting
Private
that
Ryan
from
with
now
him.
on. Next time I see your old man, I'm just going to start quoting Forrest or Toy Story and see if I can. Don't you do it, man.
Toy Story 3, when they're about to get lit up with the fire. That's where, and we both cried at that part.
Hmm.
Because you watched all of them and then they're about to die. You're like,
Cartoon, right? We're talking about the cartoon. Okay.
Yes, I know. Anyway, they said that was the hardest fact to admit to crying, shedding tears during a movie as a man. But here's something that men should know. Over 70% of women find it comforting if a man cries during a movie. And so there's nothing to be ashamed of. You're human. Just go with it.
Pussy.
Lindsay, 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 Lindsay. 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 Lindsay.
You got a cat? Because I feel something licking me.
Tulsa's morning. You struggling? What's been going on? Come on. Here's a lollipop. Tell me what the problem is.
Can I be a shoulder for you to cry on?
Here's another one. Live, laugh, love.
I've
Said
seen
it.
those signs.
My wife finally is getting rid of the gather sign in our dining room. I have
Oh.
no idea where we're going to eat.
What's her reason for getting rid of it? She's just like, all right,
I think I've pushed the button enough.
fine. We'll take it down. Why are you in such a bad mood?
People come over, or my girls will go, where are we eating dinner tonight? I'm like, just look for the sign.
Right? Tell you where to go.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
totally thought you were like, I have no idea why. I have no idea where we're gonna eat.
Right, because the sign says
I know,
gather.
I love it.
And it's a play on like, hey, we're
I
family.
know.
Okay.
This is
Trying
awesome.
to help you. For your situational awareness. I don't.
No.
No,
Whatever.
seems like a lot.
Another one that is a button. Calm down.
Yes.
Calm down is a move someone says to try and like establish alpha.
Right. Dominance.
Yeah.
Instead of peeing on their leg or whatever.
Yeah.
Just calm down.
This line. I work hard. When I hear this line, I just laugh inside. Because if you have to announce you
Right.
work hard, you don't.
A king that has to say he is king is no king.
Right.
Game of Thrones.
You are insecure in your hard work ethic
Right.
that you must pronounce to the world that you do.
Uh-huh.
Well, then your actions should reflect that, right? I reject the premise of that question. If you said that to me, I'd probably laugh.
Mhm.
Get out.
It must have been when I got my white New Balance that I realized how annoying that phrase is.
Yes, absolutely.
Dad mode, man. I can't stand that.
Mm,
Are we there yet? You'll know. How will I know? When I park the car.
Right. Then you stop at the gas station to take a whiz, right? Because you've been on the road for 16 hours. Are we there yet? Well, you said we were there when you stopped the car. I got to piss. Shut up.
Annoying things people say. I'm the type of person.
Ugh,
Hear me out.
no.
Per my last email.
In other words, I ain't going to say it again.
No, meaning you didn't read it.
Mhm,
Right.
mhm.
Do your own research.
Lazy ass.
Because I said so. Sure.
Mm-hmm. That's a good dad answer right there. But why? Because I said so. That's why.
Right. But if you think about it, when
Mhm.
you're trying to shape a young mind,
Mhm.
it gives no context. You don't learn from that.
And I'm
No.
so guilty of that.
Totally. Every
Mm,
parent is.
Absolutely.
It's an easy answer. If you're saying that, you're already frustrated.
Mhm, exactly. And I even read an article
Oh, good.
years ago saying why you shouldn't say that to your kids.
And
just like you said, because you're shaping a young mind, it gives them no real reason as to why they shouldn't do this or that. You should give them a reason
right.
behind why you're saying no.
It's an interpretation like a confrontation
Mhm.
rather than like, no, I just don't understand.
Right.
I'm only saying what everyone's thinking.
Yeah. I've said that before.
Yeah, me same.
I don't like drama.
Hell yeah. Everybody says that.
And yet here we are.
It's a
Mhm.
lie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Lie.
Yeah. It's only said by those people who create the drama
Mhm.
or are involved in the drama.
Mhm.
Just giving you a hard time.
That means I'm an asshole, and I notice that I've hurt your feelings, so therefore I've got to smooth things over. I'm just giving you a hard time, man.
Yeah. That's just how I was raised. I hate this statement
Right.
because you can't evolve. We can't evolve as people.
No.
You can't want to break the cycle that happened to
Right.
you.
No.
I get it.
No. Those issues are deep rooted inside me.
Right. And therefore, everyone must be exposed to them
Absolutely.
because I was.
Mm-hmm.
3 charged in kidnapping extortion plot. 3 people have been arrested after torturing a man in a hotel room in Tennessee. It happened on the 21st of this month when police say 25-year-old Jessica Mortensen lured a 25-year-old man to a hotel room. Inside the room, 41-year-old Harry Kingham and 37-year-old Joshua Frazier forced the victim to remove his clothes, then held him at gunpoint while taking him to the bank to withdraw thousands of dollars. The victim was then thrown out of the car in his driveway.
Oh, damn.
All 3 suspects then returned to the hotel where the incident happened. Where police found them.
Yeah, and you never go back to the scene. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
There's a drug involved, Lindsay. Can you guess what drug is involved?
Meth.
Yes.
Nothing good comes out of methamphetamine.
Nope.
Yeah, and apparently he made an arrangement because he knew this girl from high school,
Mhm.
and he made an arrangement for sex for $300, and the police were like, we're not charging him with solicitation. He's the victim here.
Mhm.
Right.
Even though he was participating in a crime, they knew he would fall for it.
Mhm.
They clearly took advantage of him for hours
Yeah.
and made him give up his information, so he's not getting charged with. So I don't know if maybe he was somebody of some sort of brain disorder or
Okay.
on the spectrum or something that made him, according to the news report, gullible.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe just one of those lonely dudes, and this was the hot chick in high school. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
Megan
Mhm.
wants me now?
Yeah.
Well, Megan's, 45 right now and has got 6 kids and a drinking problem, but
Meth problem.
a meth problem. And but it's okay because he remembers teenage Megan. And he's like, well, I'm gonna get me some of that.
Yeah.
Finally, I get to touch my unicorn. And well, they left you naked in your driveway.
Yeah.
On the upside of that, at least they dumped him in his driveway and not, I don't know, traveling down the highway.
The police report said they threw him out of the car in his driveway with like a bag of garbage. That's what the report said.
Like a bag of garbage or with a bag of
Like
garbage?
a bag of
Oh,
garbage.
Okay. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
But he's alive and he is at his house.
All right. The proverbial question.
Uh-huh.
How many days off does he get after being kidnapped, tortured, thrown in his driveway like a bag of garbage? How many days off do you get from something like that? These are bonus days. You're not using vacation or sick days.
We're just going to go ahead and give you some time off to recoup.
Yeah, we as a company empathize with that crazy situation.
Mm-hmm.
You get some days off to recover. That happened on a Friday, the 21st of last Friday. Lindsay.
So, does he have wounds? Like when we say he's tortured,
Irrelevant.
Let's not ask questions.
we'll give him.
How many days does he get off? He's been robbed. He's been abused.
Tortured, kidnapped, robbed, trust defiled.
Mm-hmm.
How many days?
I want to give him 2 weeks,
Okay. Because
especially if he's got wounds on him. I want to let him heal up. You know what I mean? Like if he's got some.
good morning. It's the Big Mad Morning Show. Let's play a game. Tickets, single day tickets to Rocklahoma Labor Day weekend. KMOD.com for the full lineup and link for tickets. We're going to play Pick the Flick. Current record is
Well, sir, you are leading with 9. Lindsay and I have 6 each.
last week's winner was
A whole bunch of nobody because we tied and didn't do a tiebreaker, so we just called it.
I think we did a tiebreaker.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't because dude already hung up.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Good, though.
We did do a tiebreaker last week, though, on something, I feel like.
Something maybe. I don't know.
Good morning. You're on the air. What is your name?
Josh.
Josh, who do you want to give clues? Lindsay, Gimpy, or Corbin?
Gimpy.
Come on. 60 seconds are on the clock. Timer starts after the first clue. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go.
Okay, this is the animated movie about your emotions.
Inside Out.
Yes. This is a Alec Baldwin movie. It's animated, and he is a toddler.
He's a toddler.
Yes.
Boss Baby.
Yes. This is Double Pointer, comic book movie from the 90s, Michael Jai White. You are the blank of Satan. It also has John Leguizamo in it as a weird clown dude.
Spawn.
Yes. This is another double pointer, a Western remake of a dude who I think it's got oh hell, it's got the dude in it, right? The guy who plays Big Lebowski, Jeff Bridges. And he has this girl that he has to take to a certain place. What's the opposite of false?
True Grit.
There you go. This is a stupid movie about a dog who plays basketball.
Airbud.
Yes. This is a golf movie with Chevy Chase, Bill Murray.
Caddyshack.
Yes. This is
Time.
Wow.
Dude, the cards lined up.
Yeah, they did.
No kidding.
Congratulations, Josh. That's 8, man. That is impressive. Hang on the line, okay?
Okay.
Good morning. You're on the air. What is your name?
Hello,
Hello. You're on the air. What is your name? Pick Lindsay.
Jesse.
Jesse, how are you today, Jesse?
Living the dream.
Good, man. Who do you want to give clues to, Lindsay or Corbin?
Corbin.
60 seconds are on the clock. Timer starts after the first clue. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go. This is a Greek god. It's also in one of those Eddie Murphy movies. The mom yells. No,
Hercules.
Correct. Robin Williams, he gets divorced. He plays the maid.
This is Doubtfire.
Correct. Mario Puzo book made into about the Italian mafia. Al Pacino, De Niro, James Caan.
Scarface.
No. Go.
Godfather.
Correct.
Godfather.
This is a movie about the TV show that Pamela Anderson was in.
Baywatch.
Correct. This is Ryan Reynolds' kind of dirty comic book movie he's made.
Deadpool.
Correct. This is a Tom Cruise movie about a conflict between globes, planets. Another name for conflict.
War.
And
War of the Worlds.
Correct. We just talked about this movie with Brad Pitt, and first rule of is you don't talk about
Bruno.
We don't talk about Bruno.
We did not win, Jesse. I'm so sorry, friend. Thank you so much for playing.
Oh, man.
All right, buddy. See you later. Really thought Bruno was the answer there, didn't he? He was
You
really
did.
disappointed. Josh, congratulations, man. You're getting those tickets to see single day passes for Rocklahoma, man. Congratulations. Hang on the line. Good job, buddy. And I thought Hunter was there.
You were coming close,
This
man.
is the one that I ended on, Gimpy. It's not Encanto.
You gave perfect clues for that, man. Brad Pitt, Edward Norton, got Meatloaf, and it's where they get together underground and they beat each other up. You don't talk about this.
Bruno.
He's right. We don't talk about Bruno.
I love that scene where they're like, his name is Encanto. You know, where the little girl is an insurance adjuster. Runs into this guy named Bruno who sells soap.
Oh,
And then we didn't
goodness.
get clues on Gimpy is the one at the very end.
Yeah.
Did he ever give any
No.
clues of that?
Didn't
Got
even
timed
try.
out.
Buzzed out.
All right, the record now
Keeps you at
is
9. Keeps you at 9. Moves me to 7. Keeps Lindsay at 6.
break, and we'll be back.
More of the Big Man Morning Show is next.
Having enough fiber in your diet that you end up stealing crap from your neighbors so you can meet your quota to the government.
What has this
Thou shalt not
world
steal
come
my
to?
neighbor's crap.
What's that, Gimpy?
So what does this world come to, man?
So when you talk about how unfair it is, just keep in mind, you're not having to steal your neighbor's crap, literally. I don't know what I would do. I got to keep. So like I do all the grocery shopping, right? I do the majority of cooking
Right.
because my schedule allows for that to happen.
Yeah.
So that means if the crap quota was a thing here, that would be on my list of things I got to take care of.
Absolutely. All right. So I got to go to the grocery store at 12:30. I've got a doctor's appointment and then pick up the dry cleaning. Oh, and I've got to take 4 craps today. Oh, big ones
Or-
too, because, I was light yesterday.
Hey, little Sally flushed. She can't be flushing.
Mm-hmm.
We are so close to this month's quota.
Yeah. You have to keep track of whenever anyone in your family goes poo. You got to collect it for your kids and your wife.
You want to guess what the average household quota a year is of crap in this country?
Oof. Go, Lindsay, go ahead.
Like pounds?
Yeah.
Billion pounds?
$1 billion in a household.
Good
in a
Lord.
household. I'll go. Let's go with 100 pounds.
Okay. Gimpy?
I was going to say 50 pounds, I think is a good quota for your family to poop.
220 pounds a year in a household. Now, these are people that are able to do that, right? So if you have somebody who's, they don't go, oh, sorry, they're on a colostomy bag.
It's a sliding scale, essentially.
Of course, it's an average.
Yeah.
Right. If you have only 2 people in a house compared to the house of 6, I think the scale is going to be a little different.
Does this article say, like, how they reach that number for the quota? Like, is it based on weight and diet and obviously household members, how many people you have in your house?
Sure. It's going to, by the number of people.
Okay.
Depends on how much your quota is.
Strictly on the number of people.
Yeah.
That judges how much you need to craft for this. Okay.
Yeah. What I said was the average.
Right. I was just thinking like, well, they look at a family of 6 and they're like, all right, well, you guys eat X amount a week. So therefore you should be producing X amount of excrement a week. So your quota is X. But I didn't know how it worked out. I guess it's just like you got 6 people. You can make this much poop.
Yeah, you should be able to make this much poop.
Should be able to.
And if not, see your doctor.
The idea that would be a stress in your life.
Yes. What does stress do?
Right.
Stress
binds you up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Question.
Answer.
Would you rather, Gimpy, pay taxes or have to collect poop? Your family's poop.
Pay taxes.
Amen.
Pay taxes, man. I am
Lindsay?
not.
I think I'd rather collect poop and use it for fertilizer than pay taxes.
You say that the first day.
Yeah, that's true.
You may even say that the second day. But when you're on, let's just say month 6 of collecting your family's excrement.
I think it's worse than that. The first day the first month, you're not going to meet the quota.
Right. Oh, my God. Oh, we can't go too far into this, but things are different for everybody.
Yeah, everybody's movements are different.
Everybody has different kinds. So let's just say you've got a bad flu one week. Flu will put you down for 4 days.
Yeah.
And there ain't nothing solid about a flu.
Or how about this? You're on an antibiotic.
But you can't use that, right? Like it would have to be solid.
Listen, I didn't go deep into this. Sorry.
Right.
I didn't go to the ins and outs of every household and how many people and what antibiotics you were on and what did that have to do with it.
Yeah.
To me, the headline is enough.
Yeah. I'm assuming they just want the solid stuff. And I'm thinking.
Yeah, no,
like,
they want
Gimpy,
a good turd.
You clean up after your ferrets. I clean the cat's litter box. I mean, it's not too much different.
It's completely different. One, you're trained by the animal. The other is
right. We're trained by our parents to do it in a receptacle.
Someone text in, put a colander over the toilet bowl.
Dude,
I'm not
problem solved.
Pooping in the same thing that I strain my spaghetti noodles in.
Oh, you buy 2.
Yeah, but you got to clean one, Lindsay. You got to clean one.
Oh, God, and then you get them mixed up because, they're both silver.
One's plastic.
No, plastic absorbs smells.
Gross.
Use that one for your
Yeah,
pasta.
we're getting off. We're getting too far.
Come on, man.
220 pounds. 220 pounds.
A month. Or is that a year?
A year.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of fertilizer.
I get a bag of salt, and it's like 40-pound bag, right? For the water softener.
Mm-hmm.
And so like 5 of the that's a lot. I get it out of the trunk of the car and I'm like, But to do that with my own feces, family's feces, is a whole other ball of wax. Amen, right?
Yeah.
When you think about the things that people go through in other countries, I'm like, can you imagine if somebody ran for office and they were like, hey, we're going to put down the national debt by harvesting our own fees. Listen to the math. There's this many number of us. We can sell it at this much. We'll have this debt wiped out in no time and have a surplus. You'll be sent a bag.
Right, a government bag. That is not the best bag ever. It kind of leaks every now and again.
Y'all couldn't wear a mask.
For real. You want me to crap in a bag every day? Ship it off.
Think about that. We couldn't get everybody on the same page.
Hey,
with the mask.
Hey, did you crap in your bag today, sir?
Look at that beta crapping in a bag.
Oh my goodness gracious. No, there's other options, man. There's other options. There are plenty of animals on this planet that we could be harvesting. Hey, we do harvest their dookie for fertilizer.
Yeah.
Why do we got to use our own? Is ours as the human?
Yeah.
Is the human sample that much superior?
I can give you an actual reason why.
Why is that?
Box checked. We need more.
There's not enough crap in this world, which is crap in itself. There's more crap in this world than we need.
Yeah. Most people don't know this. There is a whole subgenre of studying the human feces.
Right.
And to the point where they do fecal transplants.
Right.
To make people healthy.
That was somebody's idea. That was like, guys, that was a meeting. That was a table, a long rectangular table, probably had lunch catered in. Okay. And I've got an idea.
People that study fecal do lunch meetings? No.
Probably not.
No.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
And that office gives a whole new meaning to brown bag lunch. Hey, it's brown bag lunch meeting.
It's brown bag every day.
Brown bag? To me, yeah. Whew. I'll do you one better.
Yeah.
Someone was like, Dad,
yes,
I
son.
don't want to study engineering anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, what were you thinking about getting into for the rest of your life?
I know that it is
very important.
I know that it is a family thing to be into engineering, but I've got to change it. I've got to chase my own dreams. I don't want your life.
I get that, son. I get it. I was an engineer. Your grandpa was an engineer. His dad and grandpa were engineers. I mean, it just seems to fit, but I'm curious, what do you want to do? Let me help you.
Poopy scoop.
Excuse me?
Whoop de scoop de poop.
Did you just say poop?
Scoop de whoop.
And what are you going to do with this poop?
Poop de scoop de whoop.
You're going to scoop it.
Whoopie de scoop whoop
poop. You sure you don't want to be an engineer?
Poop.
Sure we can't guide you into some other field?
Whoop de scoop poop.
You could be a gynecologist if you want.
Poop.
Proctologist, it's close. Poop. If that's just what you want to do with your life, I mean, okay, good. I support you 100%.
Poop.
Yeah. Somebody's like, I'm gonna be the best poop expert ever.
Yes, absolutely.
How was work today, honey?
Poop. It was the S.
Do not. Because I don't know about you guys, but my wife has friends that she works with, and we go to dinners with them or whatever.
Good morning. It's the Big Man Morning Show. 918-460-KMOD. Top 5 songs coming up. Top 5 songs from bands with dual lead vocals from listener Why Have One when you can have two. We'll get to that at 9 and more qualifying for Harley Days of May. But right now, we got to see what Gimpy has in his 4x4.
Well, Colin, it says here that Ivy signs transgender athletics limitation bill. If you're a biological male, you will not be competing in women's and girls' sports in Alabama. And that's the word from Governor Kay Ivey, who signed legislation yesterday on the issue. House Bill 261 limits transgender students from playing sports in public colleges and university based on their sex at birth. A bill previously signed by the governor bans biological boys from competing in K through 12 girls sports. AI leaders warn about global extinction risk. Leaders in the artificial intelligence industry, along with academics and even celebrities, are calling for controlling the risk of extinction due to AI. A statement from the Center for AI Safety says that mitigating the risk of extinction from AI should be a global priority alongside with other societal scale risks such as pandemics and nuclear war. It was signed by OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, Google and Microsoft internet security experts, climate advocates, and the musician Grimes, whoever that is, among others. It highlights concerns about the dangers of unregulated AI.
I got one thing to say.
Uh-huh.
Y2K.
Right.
Remember?
Yeah, big deal.
Yeah.
It's gonna be horrible.
Oh my God.
God.
Everything's gonna crash.
Yeah.
And it was just
It's all our
another-
money in the bank.
It was nothing.
Unless Y2K really did happen and it just threw everything out of whack and we just don't even know. Sent us to another dimension. Hey, Rosalind Carter's been diagnosed with dementia. The Carter Center made the announcement yesterday saying that she continues to live happily at home with her husband, enjoying spring in Plains and visits with loved ones. Former President Jimmy Carter entered hospice care earlier this year. The decision came after he suffered a series of hospitalizations. And lastly here, the Blue Star Mothers of Rogers County are needing more items for their care packages. While the Blue Star Mothers fill the Truck for the Troops campaign ends this week in Claremore, the need for donated items and for care packages for men and women serving overseas is ongoing. Jack Kissy Ford is one of the 4 drop-off locations. You can drop off donated personal hygiene items and snacks to fill freedom boxes to be shipped to men and women in the military who are serving overseas. Other drop-off locations include Melton Sales, Suburban Chevrolet, or the Blue Star Mothers office itself on J.M. Davis Boulevard in Claremore.
The executive who helped build the Golden State Warriors into an NBA dynasty is stepping away from the franchise. Bob Myers told ESPN he is stepping down as the team's president and general manager. The 2-time executive of the year said, "It's just time." The Warriors won 4 NBA titles during his time with the team. Myers' contract is set to expire in June, and ESPN reported he declined ownership offers included in a new deal that would have made him one of the highest paid NBA executives. That's your Balls to the Wall Sports. I'm Lindsay on 97.5 KMOD.
Balls to the Wall Sports is powered by Miller Lite, the original light beer.
On a website of Tubuku, you better be.
Right.
I don't go to the chicken restaurant and order a hamburger.
Yeah. Do you have to upload measurements to be on these websites?
If they exist, I don't even know.
Right.
So far, I just simply Googled website for men who want to only date women with fake breasts. That seems pretty simple and plain Jane, right?
Okay.
Haven't found anything yet. Haven't found anything yet. A lot of, these are the 28 best things to know before getting a boob job or the 10 best dating apps, blah, 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 blah. But nothing in here, fakeboobsonly.com.
Okay. I Googled double D dating website.
Was double spelled out or you just put 2 big D's on there?
No, I wrote double D dating website, and there isn't one. One does not come up.
Yeah. I honestly don't think that there are websites that get that specific.
Yeah. On our trademark. On our trademark.
Yeah, absolutely, there needs to be.
People are vain.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So my whole thing, if that was my company, is that you'd have to do that across the board. So if you're going to have, doubleddating.com, then you got to have, tubuku.com.
Right. 9inchers or more.com.
Yeah, if whatever that
Whatever
is.
it is, yeah. I'm almost afraid to type that in.
Just like people are into feet. Like there should be a website that if you want to date someone who loves dealing with feet as a woman and you're comfortable, like there are people that's that rowboat has 2 oars,
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
What did you find?
Is there one?
Fatu. It says foot fetish dating platform. Feet worship and femdom chat. Fetish sex dating, the online kink community.
Yeah, I mean,
there's. I was just
Yeah,
looking for dating sites about foot fetishes.
I guess that'd be a subgenre of BDSM, right? So
yeah, sure. Footfetishdating.com. Click. Footfetishmatch.com. So they do have websites that will get down into it in certain aspects in certain areas. Giant schlongs or mega boob isn't one of them. But feet. Why?
Lindsay, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but basically they want to know, are any of them still single? I'm 5'2", 120 pounds, pleasant on the eyes, and very capable of intelligent conversation. For the record, if you write that in there, I know you're not. Just saying, because if you were, you'd say something intelligent.
Yeah.
What do you think, Lindsay? How do you find a well-endowed man or person?
I don't know.
Oh, your
I
poor
mean,
husband.
I would say I found mine. I'm
There,
not looking.
too late.
Yeah.
All right. What's done is done.
So I would say maybe join a matchmaker. Ask a matchmaker to help you out. I feel like that would be something that would be on a matchmaking site.
Right, but don't you think there's room for fibbing on that?
Yeah,
You get to
definitely.
embellish a lot on those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Picture of you and a dog, and they're like, oh, where's your dog? I don't have a dog.
Mhm.
Oh, there's a picture of you on your dating profile. Yeah.
About that. That was my friend's dog, and I
Yeah.
thought it would just,
It's a great picture of me.
bring you in.
They do say that people with dogs in their profile pictures
Totally.
get lots of hits.
You want to, if you're a single guy, there are 2 ways to pick up women, in my opinion.
Mm.
A dog in a park.
Mm-hmm.
Go to a dog park. You will find probably a woman with a dog.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I hope so.
Offer
Yeah.
to pick up your friend's kids at school where you have to walk in.
Oh, yeah. Single mom, single dad.
Just saying. Right? That would be the way to do it. All right. But Lindsay, well endowed.
Yeah, I would say get on a match. Hire a matchmaker. Hire a matchmaker. I don't think you're ever going to just find someone well endowed unless you are looking on someone's OnlyFans page, maybe. I would say a guy that has some junk is going to start his own page if he's single.
Gimpy.
I don't know. I don't know where to start, and I don't want to know where to start. So my advice to this person is figure it out your damn self. All right? Go find somebody and ask them if they got a big schlonger. And if that's the answer's yes, then okay, well, you're going to have to figure it out for yourself, but then there you got your answer. But I don't know. I have never searched for a guy with a huge schlong. I have no desire to search for a guy with a huge schlong. Now I'm out. I have no advice for you.
If you ask me where to find information on molecular science, I wouldn't be able to help you. Nor am I a resource for this. I'm just making an assumption. You might be focusing on the wrong thing.
Eyes up here, lady.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
If your objective's just to get that, go to the bar and ask guys.
Absolutely.
They will gladly tell you. And be ready to call them out on it. Because every guy is going to say they're a horse. That the Jolly Green Giant ain't got nothing on them.
When I had first pierced mine way back when I was in high school, you're proud of it. And I was talking to this gal, Amber, I think is what her name was. And I was telling her about it. Oh, yeah. Penis is pierced. Did it myself. Blah, blah, blah. Now, let's sit. Okay. So I had no choice but to present myself to her. Oh, it just goes to prove his point. You're going to have to be prepared for them to, whip it out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're going to have to be very assertive. Did you end up sleeping with her?
No, I didn't.
Interesting.
Why you say that?
I asked for the dessert tray. I'm getting dessert.
Not if it's ugly.
I don't know anything about that. This says, I'm about to get divorced from my wife of 10 years because I made a stupid mistake and had a one-night stand. We got in an argument. I left, went to the bar, slept with some woman, and almost immediately the guilt took over me. She has told me it's over, but I have to try. What can I do to get her to give our marriage a second chance? 918-460-KMOD. Bmms, then whatever you think he should do to 82945. Let's entertain the idea. What are some things he could do? How about a vacation?
Ooh,
You and me, let's have a vacation. Let's go to some beautiful exotic place and talk out my inability to keep my penis in my pants.
Yeah.
Having kids usually fixes that situation.
Yeah.
That maybe if you're lucky, you'll get to do that.
Vacations are nice. Absolutely.
Can you work on a
But-
problem on a vacation, Lindsay?
I don't think so. Because
This
once
isn't a
you get
problem. This is a
back-
crack in the foundation.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Because once you get back, everything's right there, Yeah.
What are some other
And-
things he could try?
I think he
Entertain the
begs,
idea. No
goes
bad
on
ideas.
hands and knees and
Begs?
begs. What do you want me to do? I will do anything you want me to do.
Yeah. Horrible way to get into a conversation with somebody, right? And this is why. Because you want to fix it, you have to come up with ideas. Not me.
Mm-hmm.
You want to fix it.
Mhm.
Why do I have to tell you how to fix your problem?
Mm-hmm.
Not just this, any scenario, if you have to go to the person and be like, tell me what I have to do to fix this, then you shouldn't be in it. It's a horrible way to get into a conversation with somebody to try and rectify a problem.
Mhm.
Because it means you don't know. You haven't even entertained ideas.
Right.
How about a candlelight dinner?
That's
not
good
enough.
and gravy and all, but the distractions there, man. You're not going to be able to enjoy your candlelight dinner. You're not going to be able to do much of anything fun, a vacation or anything like that, because there's a giant elephant in the room.
Again, we're just trying to convince
Mm-hmm.
for a second chance.
Mm-hmm.
What about a spa day?
Sure. I'll go ahead and let you spend your money on me so I can go and feel better.
Yeah, is he
about
going to send
myself.
her on a spa day? I think he needs to go to her and definitely he needs to know from her what she expects from him,
I don't think.
what he wants her to
Come
do.
on,
What-
Lindsay.
yeah,
Come
no.
on. Come on, Lindsay.
Taking
Come on,
her-
Lindsay.
What?
What he expects of her.
What
Don't have
she
sex with
wants him
other
to do.
people.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what the expectation is.
Absolutely. But he's done it. He's done the damage.
Yeah, so we're
He's
talking about a
done the
second
damage.
chance.
Exactly.
So what do we're just talking about crazy ideas.
Yep.
Commit to
Yeah.
an idea, Lindsay.
Yeah. So going on vacation, sure, it's nice, but now he gets to go on a vacation too. It's almost like, I don't know if I want to go on a vacation with you right now.
Hall pass. You want a crazy idea? Give her a hall pass.
There,
Give her
yeah.
an opportunity to even Stevens this thing.
Mhm. And she doesn't have to tell him about it. Ever.
Well, no, she knows about his, so I feel like it has
It's
to be
only
even.
fair, yeah.
If it's even, it's even.
No.
Why do you not get to tell anybody?
Maybe she doesn't even take him up on it.
Morning show 918-460-KMOD. Use the phone number 82943. In the body, you type BMMS and then whatever it is you want to say.
82945.
82945. See what happens when I do it out of order? Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, Corbin. Happy 26th porn star birthday to Sophie Reyes. She gets wet and wild in Wanking Dead, doctor's orders. Also, hot, spicy Latina road trip, triple threat, and take-home sex test. She was nominated for Best VR Sex Scene for Wanking Dead Doctor's Orders.
Good morning, Gimpy.
Good morning, Corbin. Next Thursday is the 20th annual Rumble and Roll to benefit the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I want you to join me on this awesome ride. You can sign up at rumbleandroll.com.
Congratulations to Chuck Hauk of Tulsa. Chuck got qualified for Harley Days of May. Every hour today, because it's the last day, because today's the last day of May. Harley Days of May, brought to you by Still Horse Motorcycles and 97.5 KMOD. I'll do a little fill-in-the-blank news. I'll read a headline, leave part of it out. You guys got to guess what the blank part should be. The first one, Good Samaritan stops bank robbery with a blank. Good Samaritan stops bank robbery with a blank.
Banana.
Banana.
Ooh, banana.
Ooh, did you see this story?
No, is it a banana?
Oh,
Because it would be
no.
awesome if it was,
Uh-huh.
right? Just throws the banana peel down. They're on their way out. Red
Like
team, go. Red team, go. And then slips on the banana peel, foils the whole plot.
Like a cartoon or Mario Kart.
Yes.
I was thinking like a cane or something.
Okay. I like that. I like sword canes.
A Good Samaritan in California stopped a bank robbery with a hug.
Aww.
Michael Armas was depositing a check at the Bank of the West in Sacktown when he noticed a man passing a note to the teller, claiming he had explosives and demanding money. Armas says he recognized the suspect as a former neighbor and friend of his daughter. The 69-year-old said he tried to comfort the suspect, who looked distraught, and suggested they go outside to talk. Ultimately, the situation ended in a hug with police. Officers arrived on the scene shortly after and arrested the unarmed suspect for attempted robbery. In a correlated story, a man was hugged in prison.
Ew.
Insert hug joke there. Egyptian archaeologists discover blank workshops in tombs. Egyptian archaeologists discover blank workshops in tombs.
Child
Workshop, yes.
No, we're going back in time, not modern time.
Yeah.
That just goes to show that child slavery has been going on forever.
Mhm.
Sweatshops have been around forever.
Yeah, they have.
Blank workshop.
I like the child workshop.
I mean, it seems to fit.
Yes,
It
it
seems to
really
fit.
does.
But let's think about it, like astronomy, right? Why not?
Child.
Archaeologists have discovered 2 human and animal workshops in 2 different tombs south of Cairo. The Egyptian government said on Saturday that the embalming workshops, where humans and animals were mummified, date back about 2,400 years. They're part of a vast burial site at the ancient Egyptian capital of Memphis, which is home to more than a dozen pyramids, animal graves, and old Coptic Christian monasteries. The question I have is, how do they know that they were embalming workshops?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, I don't think there's a sign like this is the embalming workshop out front.
I'm thinking that probably any tools that they might have found left behind would lead them to believe that this was used for mummification.
Okay, fair.
Mm-hmm.
What tools? Because I think embalming tools have evolved 2,400 years.
They have.
If you found a drill just around the 1800s, that doesn't necessarily mean it was for workshops.
Right.
Like building things out of wood.
Right, exactly. I believe they had these they had a tool of some sorts that pulled all the goop through the nose.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a forceps type of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Brain.
yeah.
You would pull the brain through the nose.
Yeah. So if they found something to that effect, I don't think they're finding cordless drills and canisters of, embalming fluid. Yeah. Down there smoking water while they're
Gauze.
Right.
Some wire metal to wire their mouth shut.
Right.
Keep their hands together. I think I'm kidding. Blank ice cream may be a thing soon. Blank ice cream may be a thing soon.
All right. So think about it. We've had ketchup ice cream before.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Garlic.
Garlic ice cream. Sounds disgusting. But
Yeah,
I
it
can see
does.
Yeah. Sorry, I was going to throw one out there, and I'm the one doing that.
People love their garlic.
Right. Ranch flavored ice cream.
Already a thing.
Yeah,
Already a thing?
yeah.
Okay. Never mind then.
How about what's that spicy sauce that you guys like? The hot sauce.
Frank's.
Frank's ice cream.
Frank's Red Hot Ice Cream.
This doesn't make any sense. I'm just reading the story.
Okay.
A new vegan ice cream is getting ready to hit the market. A Swedish company called Vegevlund is working on a potato-based frozen ice cream. The patent currently just covers Sweden, but the makers have said they're hoping for international protection soon. The company launched a potato-based smoothie, which also has a Swedish patent in 2022.
Yeah,
Tater cream just doesn't sound right at all whatsoever.
I mean, mashed potatoes.
Served warm.
Yeah, cold mashed
Yeah,
potatoes
I don't
aren't
like
great.
that. I don't like that idea.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound good at all.
Well, and vegan ice cream, I mean, it's potatoes. Steak ice cream, not good.
Doesn't sound like it.
All right, moving on. Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross to score blank movie. Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross to score blank movie.
All right. So, like, score, does that mean like musical score?
Ooh.
Yeah, like they're going to do the music for the movie.
Music.
Okay, not like, hey, we're
Score.
starring. We scored the part in this.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get Trent Reznor going 7 out of 10. I could be wrong.
So, with that, probably like
What?
Toy Story 12 or something like that.
Or it's going to be a movie about a certain band.
9 Inch Nails, Trent Reznor, and Atticus Ross are contributing to the music in the upcoming Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
What?
During a recent episode on Tony Hawk's podcast, the former pro skater revealed Reznor and Ross' involvement in the film, which Ninja Turtles co-director Jeff Rowe confirmed on Twitter. Rowe tweeted that the movie is full of sounds he's never heard of, and he doesn't have the vocabulary to describe it, but he loves it so much. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem is set to come out June 12th.
That's like not that
next
far
month.
away.
Like
Well,
in
tomorrow.
12,
Tomorrow.
11 days.
13 days.
Most in-demand summer blank. Most in-demand summer blank.
Summer cocktail, summer,
Mhm. Foods
summer.
that fits. Travel destinations would also fit. Vacation spots would be a good fit there.
Summer Airbnb. Most in demand.
Summer
Summer destination.
movies. No.
I still like cocktail. Most in demand.
We're going with cocktails.
Female artists are running tours in 2023. That's according to StubHub, which recently released its list of the top 10 most in-demand summer tours. Taylor Swift takes the number 1 spot, with Beyonce and Morgan Wallen rounding out the top 3. Bruce Springsteen, Coldplay, George Strait, and Pink also make the list, along with Metallica, Ed Sheeran, and The Weeknd. According to StubHub, the women are also outselling the 7 male acts on the list by 50%.
Ooh.
Wow.
Imagine Dragons, Hulu, blank. Imagine Dragons, Hulu, blank.
Documentary.
Yeah.
Is Hulu known for its documentaries?
Yes,
Oh, like
they have-
Netflix has a bunch of them, but
I feel like Hulu does have quite a few.
okay. I mean, because that makes the best sense. But does Imagine Dragons have like a story that's like,
I don't know.
we
Maybe
gotta
they're
make
doing a concert.
documentary out of this?
Maybe
Okay.
they're going to do a concert for Hulu.
I'm not hating that idea. I'm not hating that idea. A streamed concert.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
Just for the record, some of the music documentaries on Hulu, there's a Madonna one, there's a Britney one, there's a Beatles one, there's a Joan Jett one, there's a Frank Zappa one, there's a Billie Eilish. I mean, there's a ton on there if that's your bag.
Okay.
Imagine Dragons have a new documentary coming out on Hulu. It's centered around the Las Vegas native special homecoming concert at Allegiant Stadium last September and tells a story about how the Grammy Award-winning group got their start playing bars and casinos on the Strip. Imagine Dragons live in Vegas hits the streaming platform on July 14th. The only reason I'm putting this in there is they also have one that's coming out that just came out today on Jelly Roll. That's awesome. I've seen parts of it. It's really good.
And that one's on Hulu too?
Yes.
Ah, damn it.
Aerosmith blank rumors swirling. Aerosmith blank rumors swirling.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's not farewell rumors because they've already done that.
Tour
So-
cancellation?
Well, I could see
Better
that.
not be.
I can see that. Okay. That makes sense. Or Aerosmith's known for their party lifestyle. I think a lot they've gotten out of that as they've approached their 70s, but I may be wrong.
Breakup?
Okay. Break up before their little farewell tour.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rumors are swirling about the Aerosmith rock and roller coaster at Disney's Hollywood Studios. The attraction was closed for 3 months for an extended refurbishment, and there was speculation about whether Disney would rebrand the coaster in the light of the recent abuse allegations against Aerosmith lead Steven Tyler. Rock and Roller Coaster reopened over the weekend, and the Aerosmith theming and soundtrack currently remain the same.
Thank goodness.
But this hasn't stopped the rumors. According to Screamscape, which I guess is people that talk about roller coasters, the latest rumor, which is being floated to retheme the rock and roller coaster to the Muppets Mayhem series on Disney Plus. I've ridden this roller coaster. It is spectacular.
It is. It's the best ride in the park.
Yeah,
by far.
It was like most of it or all of it's inside, if I'm not mistaken, which adds a whole nother element because it's all dark and freaky.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly, it's like you're sitting there and it takes off.
Yeah, it goes from 0 to 60 like instantly, and it's the only other ride that's like inside besides like Space Mountain. You had Space Mountain, which was the indoor roller coaster, all dark, and then this came along, and you're like, oh, this is badass.
Keep in mind, Aerosmith will with the Black Crowes Saturday, November 4th at the BOK Center. Yeah. Blank mocks crowd. Blank mocks crowd.
Hyena.
A hyena. We're just throwing out random answers.
Yeah.
Let's go with Steven Tyler. No.
A person? You want to go with a person?
Well, I mean, I don't necessarily see a cow going up and mocking an entire crowd for no reason. I could be wrong, though.
LeBron James.
Sure.
We have been talking about rock bands. I kind of was hoping you guys would pick up on that. But Royal Blood frontman Mike Kerr is catching some heat after a show in Dundee, Scotland. The band appeared on a bill at Camperdown Country Park that also included pop icon Louis Capaldi and alt rockers Wet Leg. The 7-song set apparently failed to win over the crowd, and the lead singer can be heard saying, quote, I guess I should introduce ourselves as no one knows who we are.
Oh.
We're called Royal Blood, and this is rock music. Who likes rock music? We're having to clap ourselves because this was so pathetic. He then looked at the cameraman and said, will you clap for us? Will you clap? You're busy. Can you clap? Yes, even he's clapping. What does this say about you? Kerr then slammed his guitar to the ground before walking off, middle fingers raised in the direction of the audience.
Wow. What a baby.
I like Royal Blood. I think they're a pretty good band, but you're being a giant pussy.
Oh, for sure.
What are you doing? What kind of
3-year-old.
entitlement are you doing? You're not Nirvana.
Mm-hmm.
You're not Guns N' Roses.
Mhm.
What do you do?
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Yeah, exactly. What, you don't know? Do you know who I
No.
Oy vey.
Mhm.
Kiss announced last ever show in blank. Kiss announced last ever show in blank.
Vegas.
I'm going to say Madison Square Garden.
Ooh.
I think I had seen something like this not too long ago that they announced they're going to do their that last, like, absolute, we're sure this time show. It's like a 2-night thing or whatever in Madison Square Garden. I could be totally wrong. I probably am. But this seems right because it,
Yeah,
it
that
holds
would-
a lot of people,
Yes,
and
it
New York
does.
is huge. I'm
Mhm.
sure there's a lot of Kiss fans there, so it would make sense.
Yeah.
Thing about them, this is how you know they're serious because they're doing their last tour, quote unquote. Is now they're saying it's their last tour in so and so, like this.
Kiss have set a date for their last ever performance in Australia.
Oh, hell.
The band will perform at the 83,000-seat Accor Stadium in Sydney on October 7th. Don't text me if I got it wrong. Just 2 months before their End of the Road tour wraps up in December. Paul Stanley says the show was added after fans demanded it. You have made your voices loud enough that it was impossible for us to not hear you. Have you ever seen him perform?
Mhm.
Martin Scorsese set to make film about blank. Martin Scorsese or Martin Scorsese set to make film about blank.
People call him Scorsese.
Yes. And he wears Versace.
Mm.
Make a movie about, I mean, he just got done doing the Killers on the Flower Moon or whatever. So, I mean, what else?
Yep.
About prohibition.
No,
Nice. Yeah.
he met up with the Pope, I believe. He's gonna make a movie about Jesus.
Okay.
Legendary director Martin Scorsese says he will make a film about Jesus. This comes after Scorsese met with Pope Francis over. You can tell when I don't read these. Like,
Right.
he got motivated. He got motivated
Yeah.
by meeting with the Pope.
Uh-huh.
Was he not familiar with the story?
I mean, I've kind of heard about it.
What could
He
the
needed that
Pope's
final push.
What context could the Pope put around Jesus that made him go, okay?
Mm.
You're right. I should make a movie about Jesus.
Hey guys, have you heard about this Jesus character?
Yeah, I heard he walks on water and turns water into wine.
Do you know, like, he died but came back, but then died? His mom, total virgin. No, dude, it's a crazy story.
I smell a movie.
I think people would really gravitate towards this.
Oh, man.
The director said he's responded to the Pope's appeal to artists in the only way he knows how, and that's writing a screenplay for a film about Jesus. Scorsese has been in Italy after premiering his new film, Killers of the Flower Moon, at the Cannes Film Festival in France. He previously directed The Last Temptation of Christ in 1988, which starred William Dafoe as Jesus.
Well, that's a weird looking
yeah.
Jesus. Willem Dafoe is not a good looking dude.
It's like someone hit him across the face with an anvil.
True statement.
Study blank is more important to workers than health insurance. Study blank is more important to workers than health insurance.
Pizza party.
No way. Paid time off, maybe?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Paid vacation time.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
More vacation time?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Or-
come on. How often do we use our insurance anyway?
Less hours or maybe raises?
Okay. Because that 4-day work week's becoming like a big thing. People are really trying to push towards that. So I could see that.
Workers value paid time off more than having employer-funded health insurance, according to new research. The Pew Research Center report called How Americans View Their Jobs finds 62% of the 5,900 people polled say it's extremely important to have paid time off for vacations and sick time, compared to the 51% who say employer-funded health insurance is extremely important. The report also finds that nearly half of workers who do get paid time off don't use it all. Last one. Blanks, vitamins, good for brain. Blank, vitamins, good for brain.
Blank vitamins. Chewable. Flintstone. One-a-day. Centrum.
Some clarification. Blank, comma, vitamins, good for brain.
So two things are good for your brain.
Well, one thing, and then vitamins. Blank vitamins. So something and vitamins. Sex.
Ooh. Good healthy eating and vitamins.
Taking vitamins and going on walks can help slow cognitive decline in aging brains. Studies out last week found that a daily multivitamin can effectively take 3 years off your brain's age when it comes to memory. Similarly, researchers say taking 30-minute walks 3 to 4 times a week can lead to better memory. My only problem with this
is which vitamin.
Yeah, right.
It's an unregulated industry. It's the Wild West. Just because it says multivitamin don't mean squat diddly.
It's a one a day, man.
Yeah.
Gummy vitamins are the worst for you.
Right. But they taste so good.
Why is that? Because of the sugar?
Because they're candy and they
Yeah.
got pectin in it, which isn't good for you.
What's pectin?
It's what makes it like a gelatinous thing.
Oh, okay. I've heard
Binds
that
you up.
B12, like when my mother-in-law was first diagnosed with Alzheimer's, we had read all about the disease, obviously, and B12 always came up a lot. B12 is supposed to be healthy brain vitamin.
I bet if you Googled blank, insert whatever vitamin you want,
Sure.
helps dementia. I bet you'll find results for it.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, we got to take a break. We'll be back.
You're listening to the Big Mad Morning Show.
Even my mom's lasagna, that would like rank like a 2 or 3 for me. And that's because it's mom's. So lasagna just in general,
Yeah.
that's a 1.
Chicken Parmesan. Chicken Parmigiana.
9.
Never had it.
What?
Crazy.
It feels crazy.
Yeah. So that's going to be a 0 for me, dog.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
Chicken. Oh my gosh.
Is it the eggplant and the
Nope.
That one's good too.
That's different.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Chicken piccata. Chicken piccata is the lemon chicken. I know. It's lemon.
Yeah, 7.
That's 0.
Oh my God.
Like we went to that fancy Italian place for the boss that what was that last week, his lunch or whatever. And I'm looking at the menu, I was like,
Mondo's great Italian restaurant.
Mondo's, I respect them and what they do. It's just Italian is not for me. I'm like, I don't know what to get. Everything on the menu had either mushrooms or lemon on it. And I was just like, what's this stuff with the shrimp? Sounds good. I'll eat the shrimp over the noodles, which is exactly what I did.
I mean, I wanted to see. All right, so let's just go with a couple things here because I'm trying to find fried mozzarella.
I mean, that's just deep
10.
fried cheese. But even then, I want to give it like a 4.
Calamari.
10.
Calamari. I'll go ahead and give that like maybe a 6 or something because I've had calamari at other places that's not Italian food.
Bruschetta or bruschetta.
10.
Was that the fancy bread?
It's most of the time it's toasted little pieces of bread with tomatoes and olive oil and balsamic and basil and
Yes,
stuff.
the extremely stale bread that you chip a tooth on every time you eat it. That's a 0.
Let's see. Let's get it. Spaghetti and meatball ravioli.
Lindsay?
6.
Only if it's Chef Boyardee. Which actually his name was Chef Boyardee, but we had to Americanize it.
Give me your rating, Mr. Wikipedia.
1,
Tortellini.
4.
2.
Peppers and onions.
That's it. Like no sausage to put them on,
It's
or
sausage,
anything?
peppers, and onions. It's typically
With like a
4.
bun, I mean, I guess with the sausage, peppers, and onions, I give it like a 3, 4, maybe even.
fettuccine carbonara.
What's the carbonara part?
Bacon.
Oh,
That's a 5.
What?
1.
Eggplant parmigiana.
Yeah, that's 8.
That's a big 0 for me, homie.
Meatball sub.
Oh God.
5.
This is getting worse and worse the further we go down. 0, man. That stuff is too messy. It doesn't eat well. You have to have a fork to eat a sandwich. I think that's retarded.
Oh, I like it. Gnocchi.
What? Huh? Oh, okay. I've had that come in like a Hello Fresh or something like that once. And I was like, what is this? What is this garbage?
Oh, you didn't enjoy it?
Lindsay.
5.
0.
Oh my gosh.
I know it sounds crazy, but like when it comes to like the Big 10 of restaurants and foods and stuff, Italian's at the bottom of that list for me, man.
Somebody texted in and said, you think Zio's is delicious? You got to try Luigi's and Sky Took. So authentic. I think it's run by the actual Italian mob. I've had Luigi's and Sky Took. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. I like it's not like I go to Zio's and I order one of everything.
Right.
Right. I worked there after college,
Mhm.
and their 5-cheese pasta, adding chicken to it, was so good.
Yeah.
Their spinach artichoke dip, which isn't Italian, whatever, but it was so good.
Mm-hmm. I just like the brown paper on the tables that give you crayons.
The cannoli, yeah, I know how to write my name upside down. Cannoli, with the Alfredo and the chicken stuff, so good there.
I'll give you that. I'll give you the Italian dish, the cannoli. That's delicious, just because it's cheese and powdered sugar.
No. That's the dessert.
I know.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
That's the only Italian food that I really, 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 really like is a good old cannoli.
We haven't gotten to the real one. Pizza.
I've said it before, and you all thought I was crazy.
1 to 10.
1 to 10, a pizza. That's going to be a 3 for me. So low on the scale, man.
Lindsay.
10.
Yeah.
Always.
Pretty much all those except peppers and onions that we've mentioned are about anywhere between an 8 and a 10 for me.
Really?
See, I love peppers and onions. I don't love the heartburn, but man, it's almost worth the heartburn for me.
A good bolognese pasta.
Well, Italian food. They are the Beatles for me.
A nice short
food.
A short rib braised ragu.
Ragu, the sauce in a jar.
So it's just no. So good. I'm telling you, man, Italian food.
Mm-hmm. I like Young Sheldon way more than The Big Bang Theory.
If you ever say that again, I'm going to call the HR department.
Why? Big Bang Theory is a giant turd.
That's the most offensive thing I think I've ever heard you say.
Young Sheldon it's not the greatest, but it's better than Big Bang Theory.
I am so disappointed in you right now. You've done some things that are pretty crazy, and this might be the most disappointing thing I've ever heard you say.
He was the executive producer of Cowboys and Aliens.
I feel like you and I run in succession on a lot of things, but this Young Sheldon thing has got me twisted.
Have you ever watched an episode?
I've watched enough to go, no.
If I gun to my head, you got to choose one, Young Sheldon or Big Bang Theory. I'm going to choose Young Sheldon, man.
No, I'm still a no. I'll pick Big Bang.
Just shoot. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because of the girl. She's so hot.
Yeah, but
Kaylee Cuoco.
But everything else about that show negates her hotness.
I can turn it down.
It doesn't matter. You still got all those other dorks.
Doesn't matter.
David from Roseanne and, the old Sheldon. And I'm just like, yeah.
Her and David are the best characters on that show.
I'll give you that. But for the most part, the show is.
By the way, there's some people right now just so twisted up. I didn't pick the Bazing guy or whatever.
Whatever his name.
I don't even know his name.
I never watched either one of those.
I find that shocking.
Yeah. I pick Roseanne over either one of those.
I figured you would be in that market there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think you're off a couple decades with Roseanne.
No, or the Connors. I'll watch the Connors over.
Again,
either
I think the
one.
Connors came way late, like almost at the very end
Oh,
Yeah.
The Big Bang?
of Big Bang. Yeah.
Okay.
And the other one that she was on with John Ritter.
Parents?
No.
Rules dating my teenage
Yes,
daughter, something
yes.
like that. 16
Nice.
rules to dating my teenage daughter
Yes.
or something. Yeah.
Yes.
Had Peggy Bundy in it as well.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know that show either.
Yeah, that one was good. Because she played the blonde daughter that you like from
Yeah.
Big Bang. She played his daughter on that.
8 Simple Rules was the
Yes,
name
that
of
was
it.
it.
He
And,
doubled it.
I had to check it. That was a good
16.
series. That was a good
36
series.
rules.
How many rules you need to date your teenage daughter
Yeah.
is, arbitrary. This guy needed 8. I need like 32.
8. What were the rules of the show for dating the
I
daughter?
don't think they ever said.
I don't either.
Oh, come on.
I don't think they ever said.
Come on.
No, I don't think they ever did.
There had to have been. There had to have been rules, right?
Surely. All right. Here we go. All right.
You found it.
Yeah.
Okay, so then it had to have been
There
widely
actually
known.
were.
There's a wiki here, so give me just a minute
Okay.
because it says something like bring her home before midnight or something like that.
To me, if you name a show that, it's gotta. There better be at some point you play that out,
Mm.
right?
Right.
Smallville, the TV show Smallville took place.
All right.
In Smallville, right?
Sure.
Roseanne, it was about Roseanne,
Mm.
right? They had to rename it the Connors because Roseanne wasn't on it anymore.
That's right.
Like, you can get in here, you racist bitch. All right, so here's the rules. 8 simple rules for
Posted at some point to our social media. And that is a tow truck was pulled over, putting a car up on its flatbed, and a car did not see it, did not move over, and a police body cam caught the car Dukes a hazarding it.
Holy cow.
And it goes 200 feet in the air.
Easy.
And never stops, never changes, moves over, nothing. The woman, they are having trouble getting in, like, they don't know what happened. Like, did she have a medical event or whatever?
Right.
Because of her injuries, she is unable to communicate with them at this time.
Right. That is insane. I'm not going to lie. I've played a lot of GTA in my life, and I see these things a lot, especially like regular transport trucks. You see them at the dealerships, right? They got the ramps on them. I want to hammer it. I want to ramp my car off of that truck.
Sure.
But I don't for that reason, because that does not end well.
Yeah. Here's the thing that I think everybody forgets about. Skydiving is a great example.
Yeah.
The landing is always not fun.
Right.
Even in skydiving, you got the parachute, it's a controlled drop at that point when the chute's dispersed, but the landing's still a little rough.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially in a tethered scenario. This is also would be super fun.
Yeah.
Until the landing.
Yeah. Now I back, ooh, man, this is back when I was like 17. Pontiac 6000, 1986 Pontiac 6000. My buddy lived down the road here, 61st and Sheridan, and around the corner was this little business area, but they had a loading dock, and we would take that Pontiac and get it as fast as we could, and we'd launch it off that loading dock. And the first like 5-6 times, landed in the road, boom, no problems. A little shaky, but no problems. And we're like, again. So the very last time that it happened, my 2 passenger side wheels hit the curb and blew both wheels out at the same time. And it was the last time I ever jumped that car.
And is it jump or more of a drop off the edge? Like, how long was the loading dock that enabled you to get speed?
You've seen Napoleon Dynamite, right?
Yeah.
Where he goes and he ramps it and he's like, dude, you got like 3 feet of air. And it was like maybe like 6 inches.
Yeah.
Something to that effect.
Okay.
I got all 4 wheels off the ground. It's not Dukes of Hazzard. It's not like this where they go flying through the air, because I got to cut through. So like I gotta start at the beginning of the neighborhood, right where it was at. Okay, which is right there off of Sheridan. And I got maybe not even half a block, like maybe a quarter of a block to get. And I've got to maneuver around a few things. Right. So there wasn't much speed that was built up, but we did it. We got all 4 wheels off the ground several times. It wasn't like you get up there and just boom, the nose falls down. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. How did you get to the conclusion to do that? Was one of your friends like, what are you, chicken? or were you like, watch this? Or how did you get to that place to do something? No, because your car became
yeah. I mean, I still rolled with it for a long time after I had to replace the wheel or the tires. The wheels didn't even damage the wheels any. I was surprised on that one. You figured it'd been a bent rim or something, but just blew out the tires. We were rolling around and he was like, hey, look at that dock. I was like, yeah, wouldn't it be cool if we jumped off of it? Yeah. All right, let's try it. And we did.
So almost a year chicken.
Almost.
So then what triggered to do it a second,
third, fourth time, fifth time? It was so much fun doing it, to be honest with you. If you've never jumped a car, I mean, come on. It's pretty exhilarating.
Are there any cars that are kind of made for that type of situation?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hollywood makes them all the time.
Yeah, so
Well,
does Evil Knievel.
Yeah.
So does
I know
Travis
there's like
Pastrana.
dirt bikes that are made, like the shock absorbent seats.
You have to change the center of gravity on a car to
Okay.
make it do it correctly.
Yeah, a bone stock 1986 Pontiac 6000 that was once a grandma's car is not made for that. But I took that sumbitch through some mud. I jumped it off the loading docks. We tore that sumbitch up.
The movie Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah.
What's the movie we love with I had sex with a girl? Any of those movies have totally misrepresented jumping a car.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Most of the time you will nose down.
Absolutely, 100%.
If you can get enough speed.
Mm-hmm.
If they were clearly going high enough and the pitch was perfect.
Yeah. If it wasn't for that headache rack or whatever on the end, they probably would have been just fine. But they plowed right through that, which slowed them down tremendously and then caused them to roll a little bit.
No way. They're landing, neck trauma, internal organ damage.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They screwed themselves up bad.
I wouldn't be surprised if there isn't like a couple leg breaks.
Yeah.
And then they rolled.
Yeah. But I mean, I didn't see it looked like a newer car. So it could potentially be full of airbags. So there may not be that much damage done to the person.
Yeah. When did the airbags get deployed?
Yeah.
Did they get
Did they
deployed
work?
when they launched into the air or when they hit the ground? Because the sheer force of inertia going down into the ground would be if your neck would
oh yeah,
your head would snap down.
Yeah, you're still going to hurt yourself a little bit. But I mean, if let's say it hits the ground and all the airbags go out, it'd save you a little bit more. But yeah, that initial landing would hurt a lot.
Watch videos of inside cars of car wrecks, and they're not even doing that and what happens to the human body.
Yeah.
It's intense. So it is a crazy video, though. You watch and go, if you would have told me this video would exist yesterday, I'd be like, no way. There's no way someone could do that. And it's like all the right things happened to make the car go that far.
Imagine being the car that's driving next to
Oh,
it.
gosh.
Just minding your own business, and all of a sudden, pow, there's a Buick in front of you.
The body cam footage is amazing because the officer, especially if you can hear it, the officer who sees it, who's staring at it happening, you hear him running before the car ever lands. Like he's reacting. Well, in the shot is another officer just derping.
Yeah, with his back turned towards the whole
But
thing.
but I would think you'd hear,
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, there's a lot going on there if you're not paying attention.
Crazy video. We'll be back.
You're listening to the Big Mad Morning.
Fifth myth. All serial killers are either mentally ill or overly or evil geniuses.
Okay.
Think of like Dr. Hannibal Lecter. These stereotypes are not accurate. Instead, serial killers are much more likely to exhibit antisocial personality disorders such as sociopathy or psychopathy, which are not considered to be mental illness by the American Psychiatric Association. An examination of psychopathy and sociopathy and a discussion of the powerful connection between antisocial personality disorders and serial homicide is in a book that you can read more about that. I'm not going to think about like 7, like you think he's antisocial. That makes sense.
Right. Creepy, weird guy in the back.
Yeah.
Murders cats on the weekends because he's got nothing better to do.
So if it's not a mental illness, then you would be able to stand a trial.
It's not a mental illness recognized.
Okay.
The wording there is really important.
Yeah.
It's not a mental illness recognized by the American Psychiatric Association, which probably goes to what you're saying. Right.
Yeah.
Because if I say you're a psychopath, that seems okay, apparently.
Right. You say I'm a serial killer. Like, no.
Right.
Never.
So we'll find out more about this guy as the story comes out. But for them to enter, like, they were following him. They had a guy that thought was a suspect. They were following him. And they're like, hey, wait a minute. Is he got to go? We got to go now.
Man.
Officer, Sergeant, we got to go. We got to go. What's happening? You're just supposed to watch him. No, man, he's got a mask and a gun. We think he's going to kill right now.
Well, it would suck if they, got the wrong person. And it was just some guy,
it's possible
dressing up for like a early Halloween party or
a prank or something.
A prank or something like that. And
it's kind of a weird prank to put a gun in your pocket.
No kidding.
It is California, and there are serial killers on the loose, Corbin.
Sure. How crazy would it be if they didn't catch him, but this was a different serial killer?
Oh my God, right? Totally caught a different killer by accident.
They didn't know.
Meanwhile, he still got this guy over here.
Right.
We'll find out in the next couple of weeks.
Right. They have to quell nervousness. So can you, they would have to come out and go, we didn't get him. This isn't the guy. Dude.
Oh my God.
Poof. People would lose their ass.
Oh yeah.
They would get overly anxious.
Yeah. Because just when you thought there was one roaming around, we'll come to find out now you got 2 of them roaming around.
Or if it's
and you got one and this other one's still on the loose. Well, how many goddamn serial killers are out there just roaming around?
Or they announced that he can go. He can go free.
Right. Yeah.
What if you were wronging that guy and he's not a serial killer? Or, oh my gosh, he is a serial killer, and you're like, I know him. We got in an argument over the rice-a-roni.
I consider myself lucky then.
He comes into my diner. I serve him coffee every day.
Totally going to be those people. There are plenty of times I've been out on a lake and we stop, against a rock or whatever. Excuse me. And people get out and climb and then jump while we're waiting. I'm like, you're crazy.
Even just that water enema. No thanks. The water going up, that hurts.
I don't
Does
think
that
that's
happen?
ever actually
Yes.
physically happened to
I don't
me.
know if that's a thing.
I've jumped off of a lot of things and into some bodies of water, but that thing's pretty well watertight.
It's painful.
Huh. I don't know if I've ever heard this happen. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
So you've jumped and received a rather substantial amount of water into your body.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts. It happened when we went to Skytook and we jumped off of the little cliffs, and it happened to my husband, and he said it was very painful. It happened to me when I jumped, and then when I landed, I got the biggest welt and bruise on the side of my leg.
Well,
and
what does
all the
that
way
have
up
to do
my
with the
hip.
water?
It all hurts.
So hitting the water hurts.
Yes.
Okay, you know what an enema is, right?
Yes.
What is an
And
enema?
that-
I
when
need
the
to
water
hold
shoots up.
on.
Yes.
What is an enema?
The water entering
Your butt.
your butt. Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because you're talking about a couple different things.
Mhm.
And I just want to make sure we're understanding your story correctly. Because you're talking about bruises and the water hurts when you hit it. That I'll agree with 100%.
Yes.
But an enema, water entering your butt,
Uh-huh.
that's a new story to me. I've never heard of such a thing. And you're saying you and your husband, this has happened to you.
Mhm. Mhm. Yep. Hit the water just right. That's what happens.
Are you sitting as you jump into the water
Yeah, right.
and pushing out?
When you land just yes, exactly.
Yeah, but come on. Unless you're, jumping with your cheeks spread open, there ain't no way. And even then, it just ain't gonna happen. That thing's watertight for a reason.
That's what it feels like. It hurts.
I saw a Dallas Cowboy fan video from the other night when they lost, and he threw something, broke his TV, started punching his TV. It fell down, pulled out his gun, and started shooting the TV.
Oh my goodness.
And here's the thing about all that. They still lost. It didn't change anything.
No. So now you're out of television.
Yeah.
And you discharged a weapon in city limits.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a charge in itself right there.
You're at a friend's house.
Mhm.
Okay. Because I know you're
love
not a
it.
huge football fan.
Yeah.
But you watch football.
Yeah, I'll go over there, hang out, drink some beers.
Your
smoke
girl
pot.
loves
Yeah,
football.
she loves it. Yes. I like it.
And matter of fact, Gimpy initiated a text to tease me
Yeah.
about the Chiefs game
Yeah.
on Sunday.
Yeah.
Which is totally fine. I can take it.
Mhm.
I'm fine with that.
It's just unexpected coming from me.
Yeah, not normal.
Yeah.
But still awesome.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, hey, come over, watch the game.
Okay, bet, man.
We watch the game.
Yeah,
We got
man.
beers, whatever. We're having fun. The game goes south. Patrick Mahomes chokes. Ooh, wish he did.
He did. He threw that ball
choked.
right at that
He
fool,
choked.
too.
He pushed a pass.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress. And he throws the interception. I chuck my beer at the TV. I
Uh-huh.
start punching the TV.
Uh-huh.
You don't even know I'm packing. I pull out my gun and start
Yeah.
shooting the TV.
Uh-huh.
And I yell, son of a bitch.
Yeah. What's my next
Is it
plan of
safe
action?
to say you probably will not come back over to watch a football game at my house?
I'm well, I might. You.
Good morning. It's the Big Mad Morning Show, 918-460-KMOD. You can also text BMMS. And then what you want to say to 82945. Let's see what Lindsay has for Balls to the Wall Sports.
The top player in the transfer portal is making his decision on where he will continue his college basketball career. Caleb Love announced his commitment to Arizona on Tuesday. The former North Carolina guard had originally committed to Michigan earlier this offseason before an admissions issue led him to re-enter the portal.
Love averaged 16.7 points, 3.7 rebounds, and 2 assists per game with the Tar Heels last season. Arizona is coming off a season where they finished with a 28-7 record and were bounced in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Scottie Pippen has changed his tune since 2018 when he described former Chicago Bulls teammate Michael Jordan as the greatest to ever put on shoes and play in our game. On Stacey King's Gimme the Hot Sauce podcast Friday, Pippen claimed Jordan was a horrible player in his early years with the Bulls. Jordan joined the team in 84 and Pippen became a Bull in 87. He says, I've seen Michael Jordan play before I came to the Bulls. You guys have seen him play. He was horrible to play with. It was all one-on-one, shooting bad shots. All of a sudden, we became a team and we start winning. Everybody forgot who he was, Pippen added. He was a player who was really not at the top of his category. It was scoring. This isn't the first time Pippen has criticized Jordan in recent years. After the release of the Last Dance documentary series on the Bulls' 97-98 season, in which they won their 6th championship in 8 years, Pippen complained that he was nothing more than a prop in the series and called Jordan condescending for referring to him as the best teammate of all time. In an Instagram post on Saturday, Pippen listed the championships and his other achievements, saying, here's to the unsung heroes. Rick Tielander at the Chicago Sun-Times says it's just plain sad to see Pippen insulting Jordan again. He notes that Jordan's statistics were incredible, both before and after Pippen was drafted to Chicago, and it seems Pippen has not now, nor will he ever get used to the fact that as great as he was, and he was a terrific ball player, he was destined to play behind a phenom such as Jordan, who notes the odd fact that Pippen's ex-wife, Larsa Pippen, is dating Marcus Jordan, his former teammate's younger son, and has said that she'll change her last name to Jordan if they get married. In a tweet, Atlanta Hawks star Trae Young said Pippen was hating so hard in the podcast that he thought it was AI generated.
So, like, if there is one person qualified to give an opinion on the expertise or lack thereof, Michael Jordan, it's totally Pippen.
Right. They played side by side together for years.
Yes. Pippen's one of the 50 greatest basketball players of all time.
Yeah.
He totally has earned the right to be critical and probably very accurate.
Right. Well, we don't want to hear that about the GOAT.
If he's a bitter Betty, okay.
Uh-huh.
I think he's salty because of his wife dating his son.
We're blurring lines. Right? We're blurring that she's doing something spiteful, so that must be his motivation.
Right.
He gets asked about it all the time. Here's a guy who's one of the 50 best basketball players of all time. And he gets asked constantly about Jordan. Right. It gets a little annoying.
Yeah, he's living in Jordan's shadow.
Yes.
I can see why he'd be pissed about it. Yeah.
He has his own accolades. Being one of the 50 isn't because he played with Jordan.
Yeah.
You could make an argument, maybe some things, opportunities presented themselves because of that, but you could also make arguments the other way.
But back then, it was people talked about Jordan and Pippen like they were like a dream team.
No.
Together.
No.
Yes, they were a duo.
You always said Pippen and Jordan. You never said Jordan and Pippen.
Okay, but you were talking about them together.
No. You're mishearing me. You always said Pippen, and Jordan. But with conversations about Jordan, you never mentioned Pippen.
Oh, me personally, no.
Royal you.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. But watching them, they were a team together.
Yes. Yeah. But Jordan got all the accolades.
If you were a Chicago Bulls fan, I don't think so. If you watched
everybody was a Bulls fan.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
But I think they were a fan of the two of them together.
No. If you look at people probably were fans because right? The problem with this conversation is it's not to take away from Jordan.
He wants to take away from Jordan for sure.
No, he's earned the right to have that criticism. That doesn't make him right or wrong about it. It's his opinion. He's allowed, he was on the hardwoods. He was in the practices.
Right. Knows him probably better than anybody else.
There was a story. It was I forget the Blackhawks player, played golf when Jordan was playing with the Bulls. And that they went and played golf one morning and he took $1,000 from Jordan playing golf. And Jordan was so competitive, he wanted to play again. And he's like, we smashed beer. And I knew he had to play Cleveland that night. So we played another 18. So he's now played 36 holes and he's still got to play basketball, the NBA basketball that night.
Right. After drinking all day.
And drinking all day. He's like, I'm confident he was drunk. And he says he took another ridiculous amount of money off Jordan. And as they're walking to the parking lot, and he's like, I'm going to call my bookie and put money on Cleveland tonight. And Jordan says, he's like, I'll bet you that I put up 40 points and we win by 20 or something. And the hockey player, the NHL hockey player goes, I'll take that bet because he's drunk. He just did 36 holes.
Yeah.
Jordan went and scored 50 points, like some astronomical stat, and they won by some ridiculous number.
Yeah.
And he got his money back.
So he can still be one of the best basketball, if not probably the best basketball player of all time, and also be criticized for being bad by his own teammate.
Yeah. That's your Balls to the Wall Sports. I'm Lindsay, 97.5 KMOD.
Balls to the Wall Sports is powered by Miller Lite.
You can't see the difference between an A, B, J, whatever. You need a monocle to do that.
Right.
So same with TVs. I'm like, who cares?
If it's going in the kids' room or like an outdoor TV, right there with you. If it's the main TV in the living room, though, no.
Oh, how about this? Someone's like, what if it's at your house? Like you invite me over to watch the game and I shoot the TV.
There is so much going on in that situation. One, you owe me a new TV, brah. Two, we're not friends anymore.
You can't shoot a gun in my house.
I'm calling the cops immediately. And if you try to run off before the police get there, I'm telling them everything. I'm rolling right on over. I'm telling them everything about you. Because now you've destroyed my house. It's one thing to destroy your own property, but you come into my house and you start firing guns.
And why do you got to carry a gun to a watch party?
Right.
Because you never know.
Sure.
Home invasions happen, Corbin.
Sure.
In the middle of football games.
No, listen, even robbers know there's nothing to take at a Cowboys fan house.
Dog poop being tossed over balconies at apartment complex. This is happening in Largo, Maryland. Residents at one of the Prince George's County apartment complexes have been tossing dog poop over their balconies, and it's creating quite a mess below on the sidewalks. So residents are unhappy, and apparently there's a lot of people that are trying to move into these apartments and instantly turned off because they're stepping on the sidewalks, trying to look at apartments and stepping in poop.
Oh, well, look where you're going.
Right. BB Stokes Davis is a realtor who works at one of the businesses attached to the building. And she says, when we have customers coming in, there's dog poop all up and down the sideway. We talked to the resident manager out here about it, and they didn't get it cleaned up. They said they was going to put that guy out there who's above our property, but nothing's been done about it.
Poopy doo scoop.
Davis says residents have been dumping dog poop over their balconies, and it's landing on the awnings and ultimately on the sidewalks. It was all down doors and everything, she said. I'd go in the front door because I'm not going to put my hands on dog poop.
Scoop-dee-dee whoop.
We're told this is a reoccurring issue over the last year. The resident manager told their local Fox station tenants have been warned not to dump their dog feces over the balcony.
Oh, have they?
When it happens, they say the resident management team has cleaned up the problem. Well, not really.
Poop.
Because it's still happening.
I mean, it's got to be one person. It's not a movement.
Right.
Well, I mean, it is a movement. Yeah, thank you. For someone.
Yeah.
Right. It's not like the entire apartment complex is banding together and be like, we just throw your poop over the balcony and onto the awning.
Where it's happening, put a deer camera up.
It's that easy, man.
Yeah.
Find out who done it. And then be like, hey, pick up your crap.
Yeah.
Literally.
Right?
Yeah.
That's gnarly, dude.
Yeah.
I actually, I will forgive the occasional, I'm not picking up dog poop when you're walking your dog or whatever, right?
Right.
Overall, you should.
Absolutely.
But you forget a bag, you're in a rush, whatever.
Mhm.
But this is gnarly, dude. Like you're deliberately, intentionally making it someone else's problem.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just being lazy.
Yeah.
No, you aren't being lazy. You are taking energy
Right.
and throwing it. You're not picking it up.
Right.
You're going out of your way, opening a door or window, and heaving feces through it.
Well, I think what's probably they're just
Seem
letting
right.
their dog go on their own balcony,
Mhm.
and they don't want to, they don't want to be in on their balcony because that's where they like to go sit and enjoy their coffee or whatever. So they just throw it off their balcony.
I kind of interpreted that there was somebody throwing it because if it was on the balcony, I feel like they could narrow it down to like
Just
a
look up.
few.
Mhm.
And that's possible too. You would think that they would go knocking on the doors like, hey, you need to, I know you got a dog in here.
There's no dog.
I
Uh-huh.
just sit there, make my maintenance guy sit there and film it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're doing today.
Right.
Yeah.
You're gonna catch the poop tosser.
Yeah.
That's your job today, Franklin.
Yeah.
Right. You're going to be the one who's going to be out there all day just waiting for someone to heave,
Right.
just heave crap over the edge and get them.
Right.
So wait, I don't have to go mow lawns or paint apartments or go into someone's apartment to fix a water heater, nothing like that. Nope. You're just okay.
Yeah. Except if you've never been on a stakeout,
Oh my God.
it sucks.
It'd be brutal.
You're like,
Right.
sorry.
And by that time, you dozed off. Somebody's done throwing turds back on the balcony, the overhang and whatever. You missed your opportunity. God damn it. I'll be back out here tomorrow to try to catch him. Walt Disney World employee arrested for upskirt videos. So there's a dude, he's 26. His name's Jorge Vega, and he works at the Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities at the Star Wars Galaxy Edge at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Apparently, this cat was caught by another employee taking a video. It was up the skirt of a young 18-year-old woman who was there shopping for lightsabers with her boyfriend. Yeah, he got a girlfriend. Anyhow, that's a different story. So the employee goes and tells the manager calls the cops come out and they talk to Jorge, and Jorge's like, yeah, man, I've been doing this for like 6 years. I've got like over 500 videos on my phone. Here, you want to see some? And he ends up sharing some of the videos with the police. Anyhow, the woman, the 18-year-old woman, had no idea she had been filmed. Old Jorge told the police that he does this because they're hard to find on the internet and that he uses them for gratification.
Hey, he is an entrepreneur.
Yes, he's helping out. He's providing a service.
At Disney, we want go-getters.
Yeah.
Solving problems.
Yeah. Well, Jorge got popped for video voyeurism. That's what he's in trouble
This
for.
story feels familiar. I know it's not the same story, but I feel like we've read a story before about somebody doing this, but maybe it was some other child predator thing or something, but it was like a janitor or somebody in the back.
They say here's not the first time this has happened at the Disney World or whatever. It says back in 2018, Eric King, a Walt Disney World cast member, was caught using his phone in an employee-only men's room at Disney's Animal Kingdom and was charged with video voyeurism. Another member said that he was at the urinal when he noticed that Mr. King was filming him under the nearby bathroom stall.
I'm kicking somebody.
Oh, for sure. And then here's a fun one. Yambao Zhang, a Chinese national. I'm sure that's not how you pronounce his name. He pleaded guilty to voyeurism in 2014 after he took pictures of girls between the ages of 4 and 7 while he was vacationing at the Magic Kingdom.
Listen, I'm sure the Disney jail's awesome. Yeah. Because that's where I would be going because I am assaulting an MFer.
In a heartbeat. I don't know if they're like, let's say I'm at the urinal, like taking a whiz, and I look down and there's a phone filming me. I'm just going to piss on the phone.
Yeah, my aim's going to get really bad really quick.
Absolutely. Now, if I find out that you were videoing my little girls, that's a different story.
Cattle with tongues missing found in Texas. It's a bizarre story where authorities are investigating the mysterious deaths of about a half dozen cattle, and they were found with their tongues cut out. Ranchers in Madison County are looking, that's about 100 miles north of Houston. They said they found mutilated remains of 6-year-old longhorn cross cow last week with their tongue cleanly cut and removed. Sheriff's office said it learned about five similar cases in the neighboring counties. There's no signs of struggle. There's no footprints. There's no tracks, and grass around the carcasses wasn't disturbed.
Oh, well, then it had to be aliens then.
Well, of course.
Of course. I don't know, man. They say cow tongue's pretty good, so I mean, maybe the aliens got, a new taco recipe or something. They're like, hey, we need.
Is it chunga? Is that what chungura?
Fresh cow tongue.
I forget what it's called, but yeah, cow tongue tacos are yummy, yummy, yummy. I like a good tongue taco. I saw yesterday, or maybe it was this morning, that in an interview with Bam Margera's family, he left a crazy message to them, and apparently they played it, and he's on the run.
Really?
Yeah.
Like he admitted it legit. He is on the run, running from
the police.
Yeah, with a girl, her kid, and meth.
Some other girl.
Yeah, some other girl.
Yeah.
We're going to run out of meth eventually, but okay.
And my thing is like, come on, man. What you're facing isn't that crazy. You didn't rob a bank.
Yeah.
Right? It's not like you would be going to prison for a long time.
Right. It was assault, right?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
But it would be knocked down pretty far.
Yeah.
If he even stuck, right?
But the thought of doing time in the big house makes people just zoom.
Yeah, except it probably wouldn't be the big house.
No, it'd be a little house.
Yeah.
County house.
And so like you would probably would help. And you're just like treating it like you're Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah. Right. With a kid.
Right.
Yeah.
That's something Bonnie had. But like you're just running like, come on, don't do this.
He's going to get caught up. He is too recognizable to not be caught up somewhere. You know what I'm saying? If we were here, let's say we're having lunch at Sam's Southern Eatery, and Bam's sitting there eating some of that delicious fried shrimp or whatever.
It's funny you bring that up because Lindsay and I just this morning, my wife flew out of town yesterday for some work. And in the airport, she sees one of the ladies from Real Housewives of Orange County. And she's like, is this Vicky? And I'm like, sure. Because I watch it occasionally with my wife a lot. And so Lindsay does her stealth, sleuthing and finds out she's got family here.
Yeah.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. Like somebody is going to be like, hey, man.
Yeah, that's Bam.
That's Bam.
Side note, Pippi Longstockings is moving to Tulsa. Just thought I'd let you know.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
The gal who played Pippi Longstockings in the 90s movie, Erin something another, I think that's her name. I had seen it on the Facebook. She went and visited the Outsiders House Museum, posted a picture of it, and says, I'm so excited to move to Tulsa, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, that's cool. Pippi Longstockings, huh? Totally deserve that. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You know better. She gets passes. You know better.
I'm just figuring while we're talking about actors and
Tammy
actresses.
Aaron? Is that her name?
Yeah, that's your name. Tammy Aaron.
You had your chance 15 minutes ago to bring up that name and put her on a list.
That's true.
Right.
So now you're getting finger shamed.
Oh,
for
shame.
Leroy Jenkins. For shame.
How often do
your
I Leroy
atonement is going to be
Jenkins?
big.
How often do I Leroy Jenkins? Come on. Not that often.
Dude. Okay. But you may do a look. This is a complete
This is
Leroy
full-blown.
Jenkins.
Drag that drink.
Yeah.
Sound.
So much, in fact, I don't even know what to do now. That was a giant Leroy.
Yeah. Well, you might just be able to see Pippi in town somewhere. But yeah, dead Jerry Springer.
I wouldn't even know Pippi Longstocking if she came up to me and said, I'm Pippi Longstocking.
Really? You never would, huh?
Unless she has the pigtails.
She has aged a little bit since her role as Pippi Longstocking.
She's still adorable.
She sure is.
I mean, I don't know how recent this picture is, but
what's her name?
Tammy Aaron.
Aaron. Tammy with an I and one M.
I'm just looking at the people. Why is ABBA coming up? Pippi, because it's a book. For those who don't know, it's a book.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she did the New Adventures of Pippi Longstocking, and in '88, that was one of the movies that she did.
Tammy?
Yeah.
One M and an I, and then Aaron. E-R-I-N.
Yeah, she looks. Whoa.
She's 48.
Yeah, she is.
She's
Yeah,
from
she
Wheaton,
is.
Illinois, originally.
She has changed since her Pippi days.
Yeah. What is? I don't know what's happening.
Did I throw a whole wrench in your system with
Yeah.
Pippi Longstockings? My bad.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What do you mean? What am I doing?
Why are you commenting on her page, Mr. I don't do social media?
Because I'd seen that she was moving, and I was like, "That's awesome! I'd love to have you on and talk to you about
what?
being Pippi Longstockings."
what?
And why are you in Tulsa? Why did you move
what?
here?
What have
Why?
you been doing
What-
since 1988?
I can tell you, she did Disconnect in 2010.
It would be the shortest interview of all time. I'm
Says
sure
you-
she's a fantastic
You don't
individual.
know that.
What was it like to have coat hangers in your pigtails?
Exactly. You might learn some things about her.
About what? Get Danny Boy on! Don't
Yeah.
get her!
He's old news, man. He's been in town long enough.
Shooting your shot. Get out of here.
Hey, why not?
That felt self-serving.
It's got a thing for redheads.
It is what it is.
I don't even know what's happening.
Oh, Pippi.
Redheads and beards.
Hit the button.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hotel guest wakes up to manager sucking toes. So this
Excuse me.
yeah.
Oh, my mistake. No.
This is not where I parked my car. Ooh. The incident happened in late March 30th, but the guy was just arrested. The manager was just arrested Friday, so that's why it comes down. So there's a dude, he was staying at the Hilton in Nashville, and he wakes up. Yeah.
He looks like someone who does that.
Yeah. Hey, you look like a toe sucker, don't you?
Yeah, you
do. So this guy, he was staying at the Hilton there in Nashville. He wakes up at 5 a.m. on March 30th because the manager, 52-year-old David Neal, was down by the foot of his bed sucking on his toes. So naturally, he confronts the guy and recognizes him as the night manager because he'd come in with another employee the day before to address an issue with TV. Yeah. So he calls the cops. The cops come down. He admits that he went into the room. David did. Says that he went in because he smelled smoke and he wanted to check on the guest there. But there were no smoke reports made to security and no other reports at all whatsoever. The key that Dave used to get in, and they didn't get it back. He says he threw it away. Nonetheless, they arrested him Friday at his home for aggravated burglary and assault.
So, like, there's a story as recent as March
Mhm.
about assaults happening in hotel rooms
Okay.
and that they are on the rise
really
because of the use of the electronic key, specifically women, happening to women, right?
Mhm.
And then, like, all the things you're supposed to do to, like, safeguard yourself. Some say, like, buy a rubber stopper,
Okay.
right? Door stopper,
Mm.
but put it on the back side of the door. So if someone gets in, they can't push it open.
Right.
They sell aftermarket things to put on doors. Things like even the moment you get into a room as a woman, probably anybody, I've always done this, is you do the latch every time,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
no matter what.
Yeah, where they only get the door open like maybe 3 inches. Mm-hmm.
Don't latch your door so because you go to get ice or whatever.
Mhm.
Like, be overly cautious. Nonetheless. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
So he made another key.
Yes. He went and made another key card, and busted into this guy's room, creeped in, ding, 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 up to the foot of the bed, peel the blanket back.
How do you peel the? No, but
Somehow he got access to his toes.
yeah, but he wasn't like. Okay, let's DEF this.
Yeah.
He wasn't planning. He didn't know his feet were going to be hanging out of the bed or whatever. He didn't know the guy was going to be asleep.
That's true. True, you're taking a gamble going in. But I mean, you can assume at 5 a.m. that most likely they're going to be asleep.
Not necessarily.
No, I don't think so, dude.
5 in the morning is not necessarily too. We're up.
Mhm.
You're up on a
A
reg
lot
at
of
5.
people, a lot of people at work, like, are on work trips, right?
Yes.
So, like, I
Oh,
hear you.
yeah.
If it's Vegas,
Yeah.
or something, or
Yeah.
a Saturday, I'm with you.
It was 5:30 in the morning on a Thursday. I had to look at the calendar. And see
Okay,
when
yeah.
March 30th.
I like
was.
that. Yeah,
So it was
good-
on a Thursday.
good job, detective. I like that. So, like, yeah, it makes you're taking
Yeah.
maybe he misinterpreted a wink.
Oh, like he thought he was invited, but he's like,
Ooh.
I've got to get in. I've got to make my own key to get in. You see what I'm saying? So,
It just feels weird that like he didn't know. Again, he didn't know the feet were going to be available for sucking.
right.
Well, maybe when he went in, it was a little warm in the room, so he had one foot out from underneath the covers.
Totally, but again, the
No, it was
perpetrator didn't know that.
right.
right.
So this is what I'm trying to get to is he's done that before. This time the feet were just available.
He snuck into rooms before. Maybe not have sucked on any toes or anything.
Yeah, because they were all covered. Because you
Yeah.
don't just lightly lift; they're tucked in.
Yeah.
Hotel sheets are notorious for being super tucked
Yes.
in.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
point.
That's a good point. And this goes to show you never know.
Yes,
You
which
never
is
know.
going back to what I said. The assaults that are happening in hotel rooms and the lack of security people are putting on themselves when they stay in hotel rooms.
And what kind of hotel was it?
It was a Hilton.
So a nicer hotel with probably a hotel bar. Maybe he was, since he was the night manager, he had been watching him. Maybe he was at the hotel bar drinking. And so maybe he knew how late he was up.
Okay.
So he
Like, yeah,
knew
this
that he
guy's
would be
tanked.
passed out.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Following you back to your room, sir.
Oh God,
Mhm.
dude, I'm a dork. Like I put a chair in front of the door.
Right.
So if you open the door, you're gonna bang the chair.
Yeah. You're definitely getting kicked in the face, right? It's not wrong. If you wake up and somebody is sucking your toes, right, you can kick them in the face and be in the right.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're in your space. They've breached
Yeah.
the door, right?
Yeah.
I just think that the octane of what's happening is going to throw you off. And so, and that person is aware that they may get caught. So they're skedaddling, they're Scooby-Dooing out of there.
Right,
When you're like, hey, what's happening?
Why is my toe so wet?
What? And then that person's gone before you can really get your wits about you.
Right, because you just woke up and you're like, what's going on?
You don't wear glasses.
Yeah.
Open up the door to see who just ran outside and they're gone already.
Yeah.
I call this day spa or dispensary. Okay. So basically, I've got some businesses. These are legit businesses in Tulsa.
Oh, fun.
It's either a day spa or a dispensary.
Okay.
Now, based off the name, you're going to chime in with and that's how you're going to buzz in. Corbin or Lindsay.
Okay.
Got
You
it.
get one shot and one shot only because this is a 50-50
Don't I know
chance. There's no point in, hey, would you like to guess, Lindsay? He said it's a
Yeah.
dispensary. No, it's a day. So you only get one shot.
Okay.
Whoever wins at the end, I got a big prize for you. Okay.
Like
Okay.
a little nug, maybe?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Maybe.
God knows you
Trip to a
have
day
plenty.
spa?
Right. So day spa or dispensary, are you guys ready?
Ready.
All right, we're going to take it up from the top here. Euphoria. Corbin, yes.
That's a spa.
Euphoria is a dispensary. No points for anybody on that one. All right. Nirvana, day spa
Corbin.
or dispensary? Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin would be correct.
Come on, Lindsay.
You got to get in the game, woman. Get in the game. All right. Omni Oasis, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Day spa.
Day spa is correct. So far, we're tied 1-1. La Fusion, day spa or dispensary? La Fusion.
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin, that is incorrect. La Fusion is a day spa. Poppies, day
Corbin.
spa or dispensary? Corbin.
That
yes.
is a day spa.
Yes, you are correct. Poppies is a day spa. 2-1 so far. Corbin's lead. OHG, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Dispensary.
That is correct. Tied
What did
up.
you say?
OHG. That's all it is. These are all the ones. I just found them on Google.
Sure.
I just simply Googled day spa and then Googled dispensaries and then found a bunch of them that
Sure.
are really close.
I just
and
couldn't
could be
hear. I didn't hear
confused.
you because you were going so fast. I didn't hear you. I didn't know it was
I wonder
letters.
what that stands for.
I have no idea. Nonetheless, moving forward, 918 Elevate, Day Spa or Dispensary. 918 Elevate.
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
Dispensary.
That is correct. Corbin's in the lead, 3-2. One Love Wellness, Day Spa.
Corbin.
You got to pick it up, Lindsay. Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin, One Love Wellness is indeed a
Wow.
dispensary. Yes. Corbin killing it right now. Lotus Blossom,
Corbin.
Day Spa or Dispensary. Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
Ah, you are wrong, my friend.
You
Lotus-
might need to.
Lotus
Okay.
Blossom is a day spa. Go ahead, Google
I
it.
know there's a dispensary called Lotus.
There's one called Lotus Gold,
Ah,
not Lotus Blossom. See, and that's the fun part about this game because they can be
no, semantic,
they're
sure.
so close. All right, Indigo, day spa or dispensary? Lindsay.
That is a dispensary.
Indigo, Lindsay is a day
Yeah.
spa. So
bummer.
far, it's 4-2. Corbin's lead. Hand and Stone, day spa
Lindsay.
or dispensary? Lindsay.
Spa.
All right, Lindsay, you are correct on a comeback.
I've been there.
It's a 50-50 guess.
Right, of course. All right, Rosebuds, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
I'm going to go dispensary.
Lindsay would be correct. Rosebuds is a dispensary, tied up 4-4. Jade Wellness Center, day spa
Corbin.
or
Lindsay.
dispensary? Corbin.
That is a wellness, or that is a day spa.
Corbin. Jade Wellness Center is a dispensary. Still tied 4-4. Deluxe, day spa or
Corbin.
dispensary? Corbin.
That is a spa.
Corbin, you are incorrect. Deluxe is a dispensary. Nature's Kiss.
I think that's both, actually.
Who knows? This is just the
Yeah,
information that
who
was
cares if
given.
it's accurate?
Yeah. All right, Nature's Kiss, day spa or dispensary?
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
That is correct, my friend. Corbin just made 5-4. Aqua Viva Oasis, day
Lindsay.
spa or dispensary? Lindsay.
Spa.
Lindsay is correct. All right, so we're tied up 5-5. Fig Medical, day spa or dispensary? Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin, that is incorrect. Fig Medical is a day spa.
I was thinking because like sweets,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
like sometimes you know it smells like
You're
a fig.
thinking medical marijuana.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
All right. All right. Remember, this is for a big prize at the end of the
Sure.
at the end of the game here.
Sure.
You are going to love the prize that I have
Leftovers.
chosen for you.
Leftovers.
Right, it's a
Okay.
roach.
Right, right.
Bong
And not
water.
the one you smoke.
It's the crumbs.
Laura Apothecary, day
Lindsay.
spa or dispensary? Lindsay.
Dispensary.
Lindsay is incorrect. The
Yeah, it's a
Laura
spa.
Apothecary is a day spa. Lucky Garden, day spa or dispensary?
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
That's a dispensary.
Lucky Garden, Corbin is a day spa. So far, we got 6 to Corbin and 5 to Lindsay. The Health Center, day spa or
Oh,
dispensary?
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
That is correct. You sound like you've been there before.
To me, the name was just so obvious. There's no
Right.
way you're going to call an actual spa that.
Right, the Health Center. Supreme Heights, day spa or
Corbin.
dispensary? Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin would be correct. All right, so we're looking at 8-5, Lindsay.
Okay.
All right, we're down in the home stretch of this thing. All right, the Enchanted Cottage, day
Corbin.
spa or dispensary? Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin is incorrect. That is a day spa.
Why are people calling here asking if we have weed?
Got any specials on an ounce, man?
It's called Enchanted.
Wildflower, day spa
Corbin.
or dispensary? Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
That is incorrect, Corbin. Wildflower is a day spa. All right, Clover Patch, Tulsa, day spa or
Lindsay.
dispensary? Lindsay.
Dispensary.
Lindsay would be correct.
What's the score?
6-8, Corbin's
Okay.
lead. All right, the Merry Mind, day spa or
Lindsay.
dispensary? Lindsay.
Spa.
Lindsay. The Merry Mind is a dispensary. All right, the Relax Station, day spa
Corbin.
or dispensary? Corbin.
That is a spa.
That is correct. Corbin is up 9-6. Path to Wellness, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Dispensary.
Lindsay, Path to Wellness is a
Oh,
day
I'm
spa.
sorry. I thought you said packed.
Oh, yeah. Was that the
wellness.
problem?
Yeah, I thought it said packed.
Sure, yes. Let me enunciate a little bit more, shall we? All right, let's see here. Heirloom, day spa or dispensary? Heirloom, day spa or dispensary?
Corbin.
Corbin.
That's a dispensary.
Corbin, Heirloom is
a day spa.
Mm.
You're still in the lead 9-6. He's okay. Tulsa Garden, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay. Day
Spa.
spa or dispensary. The Tulsa Garden is a day spa. Good job, Lindsay.
Score.
Looking at 9-7, Corbin's lead. Bella Roma Medical, day spa or dispensary? Corbin.
Dispensary.
Corbin, Bella Roma Medical is a day spa. Stonebrook, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Spa.
Yes, you are correct, Lindsay. We are now 9-8, neck and neck. Who is going to win, day spa or dispensary, and walk away with a big, big prize? Stone Age Meds, day spa
Corbin.
or dispensary? Corbin.
That is a spa.
Corbin. The Stone Age Meds is a dispensary. Uptown Wellness, day spa or dispensary?
Corbin.
Corbin.
That is a spa.
Corbin. Uptown Wellness is a dispensary.
Really?
We only got 2 left here.
Okay.
All right. So we got a chance to tie it and a breaker if we can do this. All right. Pura, day spa or
Corbin.
dispensary? Corbin.
Dispensary.
Corbin is correct. Pura is a dispensary, puts him with the win 10-8. I'll go ahead and give you the last one, see if you can guess it. Stonebrook, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Spa.
Lindsay would have been correct, which wouldn't matter because it's 10-9. Corbin is the big winner. Congratulations, Corbin.
What'd I get?
You want to know what you got?
Yeah.
My friend, I tell you, you have won my leftover potatoes. That's right, Corbin. I had dinner last night.
I love it. That's awesome, man. I'm actually kind of hungry, so I think that's a fantastic
This is
gift. And
perfect.
you're not a horrible cook.
No.
So that's great. But, I just think it's just an honor to win. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to Lindsay. She put in a valiant effort.
Listen,
And,
Corbin,
I just appreciate the competitiveness. And, I'm just one guy on a team, and we're just a team trying to make the thing happen. And, it's an honor to be a part of the Ford Truck Series and anything I can do to make this Hilton Hotel team do the best I can.
Well, Corbin, I'm glad that you accepted and decided to give your prize of potatoes to the loser of the game, but that's not all that you're going to win. All right. So not only do you get my leftover dinner from last night, my potatoes and a little bit of steak with some cheese on top, I'm also going to hook you up with a 6-pack of Twisted Tea.
Oh.
Set right up front because nobody wants this. So
Yeah.
I grabbed a pack and you get to take it home with
Again, you
Twisted
put zero
Tea.
effort into the prize.
Yeah.
Again, I'm just real grateful that this Hilton Honors team did the best they could, and we'll make sure part of the Ford Truck Series continues. So I'd like to give it to my second place. His second isn't winning. So
All right.
Twisted Tea is a great beer fridge for guests.
Right.
item.
Well, congratulations, Lindsay. You got yourself some old mushed potatoes and some warm Twisted Tea for losing on Day Spa or Dispensary.
this says, I'm about to get divorced from my wife of 10 years because I made a stupid mistake and had a one-night stand. We got in an argument. I left, went to the bar, slept with some woman, and almost immediately the guilt took over me. She has told me it's over, but I have to try. What can I do to get her to give our marriage a second chance? 918-460-KMOD. Bmms. Then whatever you think he should do to 82945. Let's entertain the idea. What are some things he could do? How about a vacation?
Ooh.
You and me, let's have a vacation. Let's go to some beautiful exotic place and talk out my inability to keep my penis in my pants.
Yeah.
Having kids usually fixes that
Some
situation.
that maybe if you're lucky, you'll get to do that.
Vacations are nice. Absolutely.
Can you work on a
But-
problem on a vacation, Lindsay?
I don't think so. Because
This
once
isn't a
you get
problem. This is a
back-
crack in the foundation.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Because once you get back, everything's right there, Yeah.
What are some other
And-
things he could try?
I think he
Entertain the
begs,
idea.
goes
No
on
bad ideas.
hands and knees and
Begs?
begs. What do you want me to? I will do anything you want me to do.
Yeah. Horrible way to get into a conversation with somebody, right? And this is why. Because you want to fix it, you have to come up with ideas. Not me.
Mm-hmm.
You want to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I have to tell you how to fix your problem?
Mm-hmm.
Not just this, any scenario, if you have to go to the person and be like, tell me what I have to do to fix this, then you shouldn't be in it. It's a horrible way to get into a conversation with somebody to try and rectify a problem. Because it means you don't know. You haven't even entertained ideas.
Right.
How about a candlelight dinner?
That's
not enough.
Good and gravy and all, but the distractions there, man. You're not going to be able to enjoy your candlelight dinner. You're not going to be able to do much of anything fun, a vacation or anything like that, because there's a giant elephant in the room.
Again, we're just trying to convince for a second chance. What about a spa day?
Sure. I'll go ahead and let you spend your money on me so I can go and feel better.
Yeah, is he
about
going to send
myself.
her on a spa day? I think he needs to go to her and definitely he needs to know from her what she expects from him.
I don't think
what he wants her to
Come
do.
on, Lindsay. Come on, Lindsay.
Taking
Come on,
her-
Lindsay.
What?
What he expects of her?
What
Don't
she
have sex
wants
with
him
other
to do.
people.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what the expectation is.
Absolutely. But he's done it. He's done the damage.
Yeah, so we're
He's
talking about a
done the
second
damage.
chance.
Exactly.
So what do we're just talking about crazy ideas.
Yep.
Commit to
Yeah.
an idea, Lindsay.
Yeah. So going on vacation, sure, it's nice, but now he gets to go on a vacation too. It's almost like, I don't know if I want to go on a vacation with you right now.
Hall pass. You want a crazy idea? Give her a hall pass.
There,
Give
yeah.
her an opportunity to even Stevens this thing.
Mhm. And she doesn't have to tell him about it. Ever.
Well, no, she knows about his, so I feel like it has
It's
to be
only
even.
fair, yeah.
If it's even, it's even.
No.
Why do you not get to tell anybody?
Maybe she doesn't even take him up on it. He'll never know.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Let him wonder. Did she or didn't she?
yeah. Usually works.
Hey, usually does.
Yeah.
Withholding information.
Yeah. People have already texted him what my feelings are on this. To me, it's quite clear. But they are asking.
Yeah.
Right? They are going, what's some scenario? What's a scenario? What is a possibility? Brandon is on. Hey, Brandon, how are you?
Good. How are y'all?
Good. What do you think?
From a person who's been cheated on multiple times, I say the damage has already been done. But if he wants to win her over, they've been married 10 years. Renew your vows. Make new vows. Tell her you're committed to her and only her. Just go and renew your vows. That might win her over. You never know.
Right, a mulligan.
Right.
Yeah, pull a mulligan.
Yeah.
Pull that mulligan card. Pull it all day long.
You said that you've been cheated on multiple times, Brandon. Would that have worked with you?
No, because I stayed with someone who cheated on me 9 times.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Are you
But
blind? Are you blind?
Well, I lived 7.5 hours away from my family at the time. So I was kind of forced just to stick around because I was in a state I didn't know. I wasn't from that state. So I stuck around and rode out the roller coaster.
What was her excuse on the 7th time?
His excuse was I was away from the house for 2 weeks on walk and he got lonely.
So this is your boyfriend?
Yeah, it was my ex.
Yeah.
But when he said that, I was like, yeah, I'm done. I took the call around midnight when he was drunk, took the call, and I left and never looked back.
Had to rip that Band-Aid, huh?
I just left. I was done.
Wait, that was the 7th time.
Yeah. And then
you
took the
came
call
back.
Took the call back because I was like, oh, maybe you changed. And the 9th time was finally the draw.
For him I'm just being really honest. Him cheating 9 times, do you blame him or yourself?
I blame myself for being blinded by love.
But it wasn't.
Stupidity.
No, it wasn't, though.
No. It was not my fault, but I mean, I kept going back.
No, it's your fault. It wasn't love.
It was my own stupidity, trying to think I can change someone.
Right. Hope. Well, it was hope. You were hoping. You were hoping he'd love you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on, man. Brandon, have a great day, man.
You too.
All right, see you later.
These texts are
Scott is on. Hey, Scott, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, buddy. What do you think?
Let's be real. I love some of the comments, and you guys especially, but let's be real. You're not going to be able to give her a hall pass because we as men are never going to forget that. We're never going to stop dwelling on it. And, we're going to be the demise of that at that point. I think there's only one way to really do it. Either walk away because you can't tell me guilt took over after. You were enjoying it then. You went out for that purpose to go meet somebody. So either open this up to an open relationship, ask her, hey, do you want an open relationship, or walk away now, brother, because you lost it.
Let me ask you, Scott, what would be an argument they would have had that would have not justified him cheating, but going out and being completely reckless? Like what's something?
Well, she would have had to cheat. I mean, the only way I'm ever going to cheat is she walks to me and says she just cheated. I'm walking out. I'm going to get me some, and I'm done with this relationship.
But then, you're not
let's
really
be real
cheating
as
at
a
that
man.
point, are you, Scott? You're
Well,
Mm-hmm.
Until that divorce, I get it. But there's no hall pass or dinner or vacation. I agree with her vacation. That means she's not going to forget that. I don't care if 5 years down the road, that's going to be in every argument you have.
Mm-hmm.
So you might as well either walk away or open this thing up and let's become swingers.
Just walk up to her with a pineapple in hand.
It's the Big Man Morning Show. 918-460-KMOD. You can also text BMMS and then what you want to say to 82945. We've told the story about the people turning around in a driveway getting shot, somebody ringing the wrong doorbell getting shot, right?
Yeah.
There's a new one. A 57-year-old landlord fatally shot his tenants, Carissa and Aaron, outside their home of Ontario, Canada, Saturday evening. Both of them, 27 and 28, were already dead when officers arrived at the property. The couple was, quote, fleeing the residence when they were shot, according to a detective. They are truly innocent victims, according to the authorities. The landlord barricaded himself in a residence when cops arrived and armed himself with multiple firearms registered in his name as negotiators tried for several hours to get him to come out. Quote, we spent considerable time last night on the phone in attempts to negotiate a peaceful resolution with this male suspect. The suspect instead fired at an armored police vehicle, then shot multiple times at cops. At about 10 p.m., officers, of course, weren't very cool with that.
You think?
So they sent him a pizza. No, they fired back, and he was killed. The Special Investigations Unit is examining what happened. The young couple were recently engaged. One of them was an educational assistant. The other was an electrician. Details about what led up to the tragic shooting are sparse, but the landlord-tenant dispute didn't involve a missed rental payment or anything like that. Early indication on that it sounds like there were some sort of dispute regarding the state of the residence. Specifics have not been divulged at this time. I have been a landlord. I'm not currently a landlord. I don't think you can shoot people because they want a hole repaired in their ceiling.
You want this hole fixed? I'll make another one.
Yeah, right.
Try to fix this one.
Yeah. That I wonder if, like, you've heard of like suicide by police, right? People who go out and will commit a crime just to get the cops to shoot them.
Yeah.
So therefore, they're not taking their own life. They're having somebody else do it. It's done at the hands of somebody else. I wonder if that might be the case.
I might be able to get on board with that, minus he killed 2 innocent people.
Right. Well, you got to get the cops there somehow.
There might have been a different way.
True statement.
He could have just pointed the gun at them.
Right.
And the police would have shown up. But
yeah.
To take 2 innocent people and then also put a police officer in a place where they have to shoot you.
Right.
Is a little over the top. Minus drugs, a mental episode.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Some sort of mental episode. And like we talked about, people think they're doing the right thing. So he probably felt like maybe they were cheating him out of money.
Okay.
I've given you a roof. What more do you need?
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't justify murder.
No, absolutely not.
I get it.
Absolutely. Very few things are justifiable by murder, in my opinion. It's a small list.
Right.
The idea of him thinking he was in the right is where I was trying to figure out.
But how? Yeah, exactly. How? How is he in the right? How would he even think he's in
Well,
the right?
you've rented many homes.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have you maybe had sequential problems where like the refrigerator broke, then the AC broke, and you're like, man, it's one thing or another with this rental.
Yeah. Okay, I get that. And it was a house not too long ago. Well, maybe like 8 years ago or something like that. But it was one thing after another. And instead of, taking it out on the landlord or whatever, I just moved.
Right. But the landlord going, man, you guys are ruining this place.
Right.
It's not my fault those things broke, which it is.
Right.
So you're taking money from me.
Mm-hmm.
So get out of here. Kabang, kabang, kabang.
Right.
And then, oh, what have I done? Oh, I got to barricade myself in.
Right.
Because the police now want to deal with me.
Permanent eviction.
Oof.
Right.
Oof. Now who gets the rental property?
Right. And do you rent it? 2 people were killed there. Well, 3, I guess.
Oh, think about the people that have to go and collect those people's stuff.
Yeah.
Because they were engaged. They weren't married, but they lived together.
Mm-hmm.
So you have 2 different groups of people showing up to collect stuff.
Yeah.
Whose stuff? Which stuff?
Yeah.
That stuff? Do I want that? No, this was hers. How do you? Oh.
Yeah. Just throw it all in the trash.
Ugh. You can't do
That's
that.
awful.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes. I was seeing something on the news this morning. They put up memorials for those at the Henrietta School for those poor girls, right?
Yeah.
And how the state failed them.
Mm.
And the dad, one of the dads of one of them, it was there and whatever, and he was obviously emotionally distraught by it because he's got to relive it again.
Of course.
Yeah.
And he's like, this is it. This is I am not going to stop talking about this and how the state failed. And he has to relive that so many times, and the the passion you have to feel to do that.
Yeah.
But to go and collect loved one's stuff out of a place. Ooh.
Right. Is that a job for mom and dad, or did they give it to somebody else, like maybe an aunt or an uncle or something? That
who do you let go?
Right.
No, like the police. Like, no, you have to do it. No, well, we're gonna send my sister twice from.
Right.
It has to be someone that knows that it's their stuff.
Especially that's where their last breath was. Yeah, it depends on the personality, right? I personally would want to go and do it myself.
Yeah.
I would want to be where their last part of joy was.
Right. No matter how uncomfortable it would be.
Yes. Yeah. It wouldn't be about my comfort. And it would be trying to find that connection and maybe see if I can catch a glimpse of the last moments of happiness they had.
Right. Oh, they were sitting down watching Netflix, enjoying a.
Right. They ordered pizza.
Yeah.
How about that?
Black eyed cheese, black.
And were there any reports of him being a slumlord? Like, is their family talking? Like, well, they complained about this slumlord before, how he didn't fix things in the past, or they were wanting out of their lease.
Yeah. I think that's light mail.
Yeah.
How long after you ask for something to be repaired does it make you what makes you a slumlord?
Right.
Because you put the request in and it doesn't get repaired?
Right, but if the requests keep piling up and piling up and piling up, starts off with one request and then it ends with like a dozen, then I think you could be like, yeah, this guy.
When I had a rental, one of the people that lived in there, they wanted gutters on the house. So, and I was like, no. They could quantify me as a slumlord because they had a request and I wouldn't do it.
Right. But that's not like inhibiting,
their house to you.
To you, right.
Yeah, isn't that more of your problem? Gutter,
cosmetic
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Well, not necessarily a cosmetic thing. Isn't that just hurting your property value?
No, a lot of houses don't have gutters.
Yeah. So what do they care?
Apparently they cared a lot. It was one of the ultimate reasons I got away from it. Because it was like, I ain't dealing with light mail.
Right. Too much of a headache and a hassle.
Yes. Yeah. I don't want to be a slave to anything. But so you could quantify somebody for a slumlord for multiple reasons.
Yeah.
Right.
And I am confident they're going to say something to the illusion of, a distraught ex.
Mm.
Right?
Sure.
And rightfully so. The man took their life,
Mhm.
the lives of their loved ones.
Right.
So whatever they say, he was a slumber, whatever, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Because maybe he was, maybe he wasn't, doesn't matter. Either way, he took their lives over something petty. So you're probably right. He is a slumlord, regardless of a repair.
He's something. That's for sure.
All right, we got to take a break. We'll be back.
Tulsa's morning show continues next.
Rolls on him and hang out for a little bit, and I gotta go. I got it.
If I'm going to judge, I'm judging, like, I'm going to judge the food.
Mm.
So I'm not going to judge, like, hey, your bed wasn't made.
Mhm.
No.
I'm going to judge, oh my God, you served Brussels sprouts or whatever that is.
Right.
I'm not going to get all like, ugh, you didn't clean for my arrival.
Right. Right. Good. You're right. Life happens,
Life
especially
happens.
if you've got small children.
Oh, and you're having a dinner party.
Right. You can expect toys to be all over the place. Now, there's a difference between, a little clutter, kids don't know how to pick up their toys, and your house looks like Ross, dress for less. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, I would think if you're hosting a dinner party, you would want to clean up.
You would think.
Yeah.
You would think.
But that's not necessarily true, especially if you're like, hey, come over tonight, we're having pizza.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Pizza feels like there's no cleaning happening.
Yeah, it's okay to have your laundry still piled up on the back of the couch from like 4 days.
No.
You should at least pick it up and throw it on your bed.
Yeah.
Right? Give me a place to sit.
Right. Just move the panties over. It'll be fine.
It's always like, I've gone and I stopped getting in the car with this person when I went to get in their car and they're like, hold on. And they had to like unload a bunch of stuff from the seat and the floorboard into the back seat so I could sit down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you invited me to get in your car.
You should have had that fixed up beforehand.
Or just don't invite me into your car.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Right? If you don't have a place for me to sit, what are you doing inviting me over?
I just like the company.
I'm not a charity. Yeah. So that would be, I'm judging food. What do you judge? What's your judge when you go to someone's house? If it's like
Cleanliness.
cleanliness.
Probably. Yeah. Especially if you're having a dinner party.
Yeah, I might do that too.
Uh-huh.
Gimpy?
Definitely cleanliness. And it doesn't have to be sparkling like you walk in and everything's ting, 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 No. But if you're inviting people over, dinner party, or just to hang out and have a smoke sesh, you might want to just kind of pick up the bulk of
Smoke
things
sesh.
first.
You're so
right?
bougie. Like,
Yeah.
You're going over get high and you're like, man, the house was so dirty.
Yeah.
So dirty.
Well, yeah, if you gotta, you can't put your soda down or your water down on the table because it's littered with empty cans. then,
Right.
yeah, that's what
Right.
I'm talking about, man.
Yeah.
Go get a damn trash bag.
But if-
clear off the tables and it'll be
Yes.
fine.
Yes.
I'm not saying you have to run the vacuum.
Right.
All right. Just don't make people come in and be like, oh God. Oh. God. And furthermore, Susan, if it smells a little bit, just spray something. Just spray something in the air. You don't want to walk into somebody's house and get hit with a brick wall of stank. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to be careful too. Don't go crazy, right? If you're unloading half a can of Lysol,
right. You're
Oh,
obviously
gross.
covering up a
something up.
smell.
Yeah.
right?
Which will reveal itself in a
In
little
due
bit.
time.
Yes.
It's not permanent.
It smells like wildflowers and ass
Yeah. Is it Febreze?
Mhm.
and mold.
Febreze is literally advertised to cover up stink,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
which means you have a problem if there's stink in the
Yeah.
house. What about a toilet bowl that's got a pink ring in it?
I'm not judging that.
Gross.
It's pink mold.
Gross.
Yeah.
It's mold
Gross.
Yeah.
in the toilet bowl.
Yeah. That's okay.
Ugh.
Now, I mean, there's a difference between is there sitting urine or like, Mr. Hanky, is he taking
Skid
a little
marks.
swim right there?
There's some rubbing is racing.
Ugh.
Right. Like,
Gross.
previous person was a freckler. I get what you're talking about. Yeah. Dude, that happens, bro. That happens in everybody's house. I'm hoping that you would, at least go in there and take that little brush and whirl around a little
Yeah,
bit.
but you didn't.
You didn't exactly. But I mean, it is what it is. Everybody poops. Everybody has that you know, whatever you may need a knife for. It's okay.
Bidet, dude. Bidet. Bidet.
Right. I get it. That cleans the skid marks off of your end, but I mean, this is down on the porcelain. I don't think it works like that.
Eat some fiber. What's the strangest type of bird that you'd be willing to eat, such as a shoebill stork? You know what a shoebill stork is, Lindsay?
No.
Look it
I
up.
mean,
Look up shoebill stork. Shoebill stork. It will, if I remember correctly, this is a very bizarre looking bird. It almost looks human-like.
Giant honking
It
schnoz.
is terrifying.
Yeah.
It will haunt you in your nightmares. If I remember right, it makes a horrendous sound. A very loud noise. It's not like a beautiful chirping or anything. It's a very loud noise. The shoebill stork. You see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your pick?
Probably a. What's the one? What are the We call him. My husband calls it a Harry Truman, and that's not what its real name. We see
Dropping bombs. Good morning. It's the Big Man Morning Show. Lindsay, what'd you learn today?
I learned that Rosalind Carter, who spent her life fighting for mental health, has lost her mind, and that 37% of men still have VCRs because how else are they supposed to watch their homemade sex tapes?
Gimpy, what'd you learn today?
I learned that when I'm at the furry convention, don't ask me how my tail stays intact. I also learned that Lindsay's idea of butchering babies is spitting them in the trash.
Oh.
I learned that, sir, are these micro penis condoms yours? And I also learned that it doesn't matter which way you put the furry tail. Just as long as you have one. It's Corbin saying make sure that dishwasher's loaded right.
It's Lindsay. Stop tracking my cycle.
This is Gimpy, and I'm sorry.
Far too kind. Ready?
And zero being pass.
Okay.
Okay. Lindsay, you're in on this too.
Could be an
Let's
awesome
start.
zero
Let's
being
start
up.
basic,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Spaghetti. Lindsay.
Oh, 10.
Okay. Gimpy.
3.
Okay. Fettuccine Alfredo.